We're here, live and reloaded.
You know, here's my problem with video games, right? And let me know if I'm wrong, but it seems that all you ever do, and this is any video game, is press buttons. I don't like.
Sometimes you push a stick, but some people prefer to push buttons over doing that for some reason.
Okay, the game audio is way too high.
Is that better?
I don't know,
It's hard to tell. I still think it's too loud, believe it or not.
Really, believe it or not.
Because unless we can be turned up.
You're as loud as it will go,
I mean, that's fine.
and the game is quite a bit quieter, so...
Okay, let me listen to it. I don't know. It's still really loud. Like we can barely be heard. I mean, it's better than it was.
Yeah, it is pretty loud.
The Mister, you can turn down the audio inside the Mister.
I mean, N64.
I meant on the real N64, but
what I don't know is why. See, obviously Nintendo's listed there as they should be, and newer teams, the developers. But where's Capcom's credit?
Yeah, that's like super loud for some reason. What on earth?
yeah, it's extremely loud.
I guess I'll just turn it down even more.
Yeah, just crank that down as low as you can.
It's like minus 15 at this point, so...
That's crazy. Okay, that sounds a lot better.
All right. Well,
That's like actually good now.
what is this thing I'm looking at? This isn't how I remember Ocarina of Time.
People love to tune in to troubleshooting, but that's just how it
This
is.
is how it is when it's live, baby. Well, to answer the question that everyone's asking, this is Ocarina of Time. Obviously, what else would it be?
This is what happens when you don't pull out the Master Sword and just become an adult.
Link had to become an
Natural.
adult the hard way,
Yeah.
by going to law school.
Yeah, they realized that whole convoluted plan with collecting spiritual stones and proving their worth and getting into the sacred realm. Childish, honestly. If you're gonna stop Ganondorf, you should do it in a court of law.
Obviously.
Because nothing's more powerful than the legal system.
I like your description that you wrote.
I'm glad. I did spend some time writing it, so...
I do read the descriptions every time. I hope you know I care.
How come it says...
I know.
Yep.
I know.
Wait, what?
You know what? I'll let the viewer read the description. You'll catch it pretty quick.
You'll catch it if you ever read it. But there is a spelling mistake, but it's actually really funny, so I don't think it needs to go away.
You know, I originally was gonna spell that as in, like, Phoenix Wright, but I forgot.
No, I think it's good. I think it's really good.
But things are a little bit different. We kind of went a little bit more fancy, so you can tell who's talking in the top right corner now, which you could kind of see before. But now, chat will now show up on stream. So if you want your name to be there,
Gravy for always being there.
you can say
Except for
things.
You will now be immortalized as the chat.
In fact, we're just gonna do this.
Do what?
You can
It-
post in
it's-
your own.
It will take a little bit to show up, but
I
just
see.
to show people that it does work.
It'd be funny if it. It'd be really funny if it does it.
It's not gonna work again.
I'm not seeing it.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. It's real.
Chat is real.
All right.
But I guess we should just, hop into this because we're gonna be here for a little while.
What was that? Yes or no question?
It was like
already
deleting
doing
save
it.
file stuff because
Yeah.
somebody was doing stuff.
Well, I had to test it.
Do not turn off your console while the save icon's there.
No, I actually want to turn my console off when the save thing is there.
Do you think they forgot? Forget a royal visitation? No one can make such a blunder, princess. Well, I guess I should just go in then. Huh?
What the?
Oh
Yo,
no!
that's- Yo, wait. Can we show this on YouTube? Is that legal?
Are we age restricted? No, you can swear in the first few minutes of the video. You could show this. It's
That's
not
why
too
you
bad.
wouldn't be able to. Maybe they should have made it green to be more canonic to the Legend of Zelda world, because blood is green in Zelda.
Yeah, you're right.
March 17th, 9:37 a.m. Hyrule Grand Court, Defense Lobby number 3. You'd think that after so many years of doing this, I'd be used to the stress. So why am I shaking?
Wait, is Link talking?
Gah.
He's
He's
thinking.
thinking to himself.
Oh.
I guess it's a lot worse when it's your friend's life that's on the line. Come on, gotta look professional. She can't see you like this.
So real.
Speaking of her though, where is she anyway?
Whoa, the attorney badge.
As an attorney.
Anytime you play Ace Attorney games, you always gotta make sure you got your badge. And then you have
It's
to
not-
present it
it's not
anytime
real.
it's possible. Hey, you, over there!
Hey, Link spoke.
Huh? What is it, attorney? The trial isn't starting yet.
I'm an ace attorney, thank you very much.
But it will soon be. But it will be soon, right? Would you happen to know why my client isn't here yet? I didn't get to speak much of her when she was arrested, so I was hoping I could at least exchange a few words with her now.
Well, you weren't the only one with that idea. I believe she is currently in the prosecutor's lobby. He wanted to talk with her as well.
Whoa, why does the prosecutor get to talk?
What? What is up with this guy? He bars me from the crime scene, blocks my detention center visits, and now this?
Not to worry, she will definitely be here before the trial.
Great. That'll be joyous 5 minutes indeed. But there's nothing I can do but wait.
Whoa, gameplay? Do we get gameplay?
This is
Sometime
the
later.
gameplay.
Okay, this is ridiculous. How much longer can he keep her?
Ah, see, there she is. No need to get all worked up.
Yo, is that me?
That's supposed to be
Think that's
you,
you.
buddy.
Oh dear, what voice should I use, guys?
The Malin
Definitely
one.
not the toad
Not
that's
the
been the toad that's been drinking. Definitely not that one.
Oh, is something wrong? Did I hear shouting?
So much for looking professional. No, don't worry. Everything's fine. This is Malin. Ever since we met in Hyrule Castletown all those years ago, we've been great friends. Her heart's in the right place. I know she cares deeply about her father.
If everything's fine, why do you look so worried?
Well,
How did the investigation go? Did you find anything?
yes, the investigation. I found tons of groundbreaking stuff.
It's a bad attorney.
Practically, that's my opponent's. That my opponent's a real scumbag. Who could he be? What did the prosecutor want from you anyway?
Well, it was mostly just threats. He kept explaining in detail what'll happen to me if I'm found guilty.
Doesn't sound like a vital discussion that needed to happen right before the trial. He probably just did that so he wouldn't have much time to talk.
You believe me though, right? I didn't do it. I never.
Well, of course I believe you.
Nice.
Although, I'll be honest, things aren't looking very good right now.
Yeah, I did kill him. You gotta get me out of this though.
I gotta get the insurance money.
What's that you got there?
Oh, this? It's a photograph. It's just a pictograph. Sorry, this is Zelda. They're pictographs of father I carry around. It's evidence that I killed him.
Stay here. I've been plotting it since I was a kid.
I just can't believe he's gone.
I wish I knew how to cheer her up right now. I'm not very good at handling emotional clients.
Wow, Link's not very good.
Hey, you know, that pictograph could be really useful for the trial.
Oh? How so?
It's called evidence. Well, you look so happy together, you obviously wouldn't murder him. I can present it to show how you two had a great relationship.
You really think so? Oh well, here you go then.
Malon's pictograph acted to collect court records. At least I'll be walking in there with something other than my badge. But wait, we shouldn't just idly chat. Anyway, there's not much time left. I know it's hard to talk about, but could you tell me what happened exactly? I don't see much of a chance if I don't know your version of the story.
I understand. Unfortunately, there really isn't much to...
The trial is starting. Defendant, attorney, please enter the courtroom at once.
Gulp?
Uh-oh! Shouldn't have said that stuff about having no chance. Alright, everything will be fine. The prosecutor has been playing me for a fool since this began. But sooner or later, his arrogance will be his undoing. Let's head inside.
Chat, are we cooked?
We're cooked.
My name is Link. I've been a defense attorney for the last 7 years. I've won my fair share of cases, and lost some too. But this one is personal. There's so much at stake here. Not only do I have to save Malon's life, I've got to find out who did this to Talon. Talon. He was always so kind. He didn't deserve this. I need to do him some justice. Find out why he looks like a Mario.
He had milk, man. He had the milk.
I can't lose this.
Where are my real milkers at in the chat, yo? Where are my milkers at?
Fans of milk, where are they at?
Yeah, where are they at?
2% or bust. Court is now in session for the royal trial Alan of Law Launch.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. That's supposed to be you, SuperPapaJohn?
No, I sincerely doubt that. What were you thinking, putting me against some pathetic kid? Pathetic kid? What gives you the... You still your tongue. You bring shame upon the fine color of your hair, my old woman. Finally, a guy who gets it. Long before the world shall know the horrible deeds you've committed. Let's not prolong the inevitable. Shall we begin?
Now, this court is no place to be exchanging insults.
Just buckle up, buddy.
Since the prosecution seems ready as well, let's hear their opening statement.
The opponent's statement shall also be the closing one. That girl did it. It's obvious. She killed her own father in cold blood. All so she could have the ranch to herself. Couldn't wait for the old fool to die naturally, could you? You greedy little rat.
You know, he's a lot more expressive than I thought he would be. Objection!
Objection!
Your Honor, you can't allow this man to verbally abuse the defendant like that.
Ha! She committed murder, kid. She deserves every bit of scorn she gets.
I believe a little less commentary wouldn't go amiss.
I assure you, old man, you will change your opinion once you see all the damning evidence and that damn fourth Chaos Emerald. Who is this guy? How can he speak to the judge like that?
Ganondorf, Dragmere.
That's like a...
I don't know where
Where's
that came from, to
Dragmere?
be honest.
Okay.
Look, it's probably
Some
somewhere in a...
localization thing in the...
It's probably in a lore
Yeah,
book
like in one of the,
somewhere.
yeah, if you recall, a instruction booklet from the NES or something, SNES something.
Looks like I've been lucky to avoid meeting this man until now. The stories I've heard about him must be true. A boorish barbarian of a man hailing from the Gerudo province. Apparently, he prides himself on the nearly clean streak he's cultivated for decades. All while disrespecting everyone in the court, including the judge. I even heard some attorneys refer to him as the evil king, or the king of evil. Definitely has a look, at the very least, who wears full armor to court. That facial expression is straight out of Phoenix Wright.
This whole book. So is wearing armor to court. Very well. Please present your case to the court.
So if you're wondering, my last name comes specifically from the instruction manual of A Link to the Past, 25 years ago, that was officially used 25 years later in the Breath of the Wild. Something or other. Anyway, we're back here. You don't seem to like me talking, so I'll let the detective present the basics. Bring Impa of the Sheikah Forest to the stand, he says.
Well, here we go. The first battle. I know Impa. She's quite a competent detective. Which worries me. Please let her make a mistake just this once. Quite the outfit.
All right. State your name and whatever it is you pretend to do. Wow, why would anyone want to hang out with this guy?
You never change, do you, prosecutor?
Any possible change would be for the worst. I like how he's written. Now stop wasting time. Name and occupation.
Oh, man.
Wow, Link sucks.
Very
Having a hard
well.
time.
I am Impa, head detective of the Sheikah Force, Homicide Division.
True for now, at least. What does that mean? Well, what are you waiting for? Start talking. You were the one assigned to this case, so you know all about it. What calamity has befallen our fair kingdom? Is it Calamity Ganon?
Still can't be bothered to give a proper opening statement? I suppose I can do the prosecutor's job for him this time, for the sake of an unbiased look. Please, go ahead, detective. The incident happened early yesterday morning at Lon Lon Ranch, a local supplier of goods located just south of Castletown. The homestead, Talon, was fed in his ranch house. A tragic loss, for sure. I've seen that man around the Castletown a number of times, delivering goods. Quite. The owner was a rather important figure in the local community. In any case, we were alerted to the scene of the murder by the guard, who were there on official business. Official business? What kind?
The most official kind.
As I understand, the ranch provides the kingdom with vital services.
Like milk.
To ensure it is operating as it should, and as a gesture of appreciation, the crown orders a visitation to the ranch every year. I see. A scheduled annual visit? Continue, detective.
Aren't you the king?
No.
When the Sheikah force arrived, they found the victim bleeding out on the floor. Next to him lay his daughter, Malin, breathing and unresponsive. After a thorough investigation, we arrested her. She was deemed the only possible culprit.
Because she's the only one we could find.
Yes.
That covers the gist of what happened.
But what a very nice and is that
Succinct.
succinct? Oh yeah, I was about to read that as succulent, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Keep
Ganondorf
that
doesn't
up,
make any
and
sense, man.
perhaps you will keep your job.
Oh, I don't think the good detective here has to worry about that, considering she's the head of the department.
Oh, I'm gonna kill her.
Which reminds me, why is the head of the detectives herself on a case like this?
It's personal.
When there are were the other detectives unavailable? Ah. Well, that would be because I have been assigned to this case by the order of the King of Hyrule himself.
Oh.
A king himself assigned you? That doesn't happen very often, does it?
It happened last Thursday.
You are correct, Your Honor. I am not usually involved in fieldwork like this.
It means you're rusty and bad at your job.
This time, however, the king felt it necessary because of who was involved. Who is involved? Is the death of a ranch worker really such a concern for the king?
There's only one ranch in Hyrule, buddy.
Well, as I said, Lon Lon Ranch is a very important supplier of goods, to be sure. But that's not who I meant.
Why did she pull out a knife?
I imagine the king wanted the top investigators on this job because it was the royal princess herself who discovered the crime scene. Order! Order! I will have order! The royal princess, Zelda, witnessed the crime.
Ha ha ha, and there you have it. This case rides on the princess's own words. To doubt it would be to doubt your own royalty. Treason.
This is bad. I can't really object to that. Link's having a hard time.
Very well.
Link's losing this.
If the princess is testifying today, it's better that we don't make her needlessly wait. Detective, please testify about exactly why the defendant was arrested.
Well, she's the only one there, you know? It's like, what else do you gotta do? Why did she
Witness
pull out
testimony.
Why did she pull out a
Witness
sword?
The reason for arrest. It is with great regret that I agree with Dregmeyer. All the evidence points toward the girl being the culprit. We determined that the murder definitely took place inside the ranch house. There were only 3 people on the ranch: the victim, the defendant, and a worker who had an alibi for the time of the crime. The defendant was found unconscious right in front of the victim, who was bleeding out onto the floor. Furthermore, she was holding a weapon. Without a doubt, that was what was used to kill the victim. She seems like such a bright girl. It's most unfortunate.
Womp womp.
Your Honor, I would like to submit these pieces as evidence to the court.
Ooh.
First, I have the autopsy report performed by the Crown's top coroner.
Yay!
Autopsy report added to the court log.
Yes.
Here's what we determined to be the murder weapon, which we took from the defendant's hands.
Hey, I know that thing. That's part of the big Goron sword quest.
Saw added to the court record. But it's a movie.
Whoa.
To make sure we had the correct weapon, we conducted a very thorough investigation. Naturally, we searched everyone and thoroughly examined the ranch and its vicinity.
You guys did that all in like a day?
Hey, she's the top detective.
Nothing
you know?
unusual was found, but to be safe, we should check the ranch's inventory list to see whether anything was missing. The list matches the items we found on the ranch exactly, and nothing but the saw had fresh blood on it. Ranch inventory and a court record. That does sound quite compelling. This must have been a truly terrifying scene.
Real. Dying from a wound made by a weapon like that is extremely painful. I know I've done it to a few.
I was using it just last week.
This only helps prove the defendant's viciousness.
Nah, at this rate, they're doing the paint mallet as some heartless monster. What am I gonna do?
Wow, he sucks.
There is one more thing I feel should mention, for the sake of completeness. Shortly after we arrived at the ranch, a courier showed up to take some milk shipments.
Of course, business must go on. Where are my real milk fans at? Is this really necessary to enter into evidence, though?
The shipments did end up leaving the ranch, so I feel it bears mentioning.
Were the contents checked before you let them go?
Naturally, who do you take us for?
Put that sword away. What, are you gonna kill us?
We'll threaten you with this knife. Even though the worker handling the shipments did get quite worked up about it, we cracked all the boxes open to check what was inside.
Crack cocaine.
In the end, it did turn out to be only milk bottles, so we let them through.
Crack cocaine.
Very well. Thank you for your thoroughness, detective.
Milk shipments added to the court record.
Milk.
So, what happens now?
Well, this is where I step in and perform a cross-examination.
Oh, great. How does that work?
Huh?
Could you explain at least what you're doing?
Couldn't hurt to go over this
For the
again.
audience at home.
Sure.
It's just
We're in the middle
tutorial
of
on how this
we're in
works.
the middle of a courtroom, but sure. Witnesses will repeat their testimony. I'll be able to scroll back and forth through individual statements by pushing these buttons.
They'll just repeat it as many times as you want? Wow, she's really
That's
surprised
right.
by that.
I have to consider every little detail. Can't miss a thing. If I want more information about something, I can use L or Z to press the statement and ask the witness a question.
What is L or Z? Yeah,
Don't
that's
talk
my
about it.
response. Grill them for info.
I know about time, it.
Yep. Since the witness has to come up with an answer on the spot, if they're lying, prompting for more info can make them slip up. Can you imagine, like, you're doing something and you're just carrying around like a button, and when you push it, someone has to respond in a certain way because you pushed the button?
More importantly, they have to say the exact same thing they just said over again.
No mistakes. Most importantly, though, if I find something that doesn't line up with the evidence, I can press R to bring up the court record.
Record? Is that basically a list of all evidence, right?
Yes, I can open it any time if I need to recheck the facts. After choosing the contradicting item, I'll press up to raise an objection and present my doubts to the court. Oh, I can only present evidence, but profiles as well.
Present.
Profiles? Is that anything like timed hits?
The court record contains a list of all the people involved too. I can switch between evidence and profiles with R. If I need to review what's been said, recently I can press start to see a history of messages.
I see. What's the start
Oh,
button?
just like the chat on the side of the screen.
Is this defense done whispering?
Sorry. He's so upset about it. Why doesn't he just press R to skip ahead? The defense is ready to cross-examine the witness.
He did the thing. A waste of time. A waste of space.
That's what Ganondorf was doing right there.
I sincerely hope you're not implying that the standard court procedure is a waste of time, Mr. Dragmere. Because I'm about to drag your mirror through the mud.
We're
ready. Defense, begin the cross-examination.
I once had a watch so big it could fit around like a belt, and that was a waste of time.
Cross-examination.
Oh.
The reason for arrests.
The reason for arrest.
Who reads this?
Typically, I take a rest when I'm tired.
Not me. You can read it at home.
Okay, let's see. What do we have?
Definitely took place.
We've got a picture, a report, a saw, a ranch inventory.
Okay, you should probably read all of that stuff.
Rakes, hoes, buckets, hammers, knives, wood saws, saddles,
horseshoes, brooms, cow nose rings, towing harnesses, horse carts, wheelbarrows, water hoses, drag harrows, post pounders, trowels, flails, shovels, scythes, all on the 15th of March by Ingo.
A lot of those are derogatory terms toward women.
There's the picture.
There's the pictograph you have.
And then we got Malin, who's 27.
Really?
Talon, who's dead.
Yeah, Mario, dead.
Judge, who knows how old this guy is, but maybe he's involved.
Wait, is Luigi dead?
He hasn't shown up
Well,
yet.
he's not here yet.
Oh, so we still got Luigi.
Imp is only 34.
Who's OP in Super Mario 64 DS.
3 people on the ranch. The victim, the defendant. The defendant was found unconscious right in front of the victim, who was bleeding out on the floor. Furthermore, she was holding a weapon. Without a doubt, that was used to kill the victim.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Well, what is that?
Hold it! My Nintendo 64 had a weird glitch on it. She sure is. We've known each other for years.
Yet she murdered her father in cold blood. How curious.
It's still you, man.
Perhaps you're just bad judges of character, both of you.
No way! Just give me some time and I'm going to prove it.
Sorry. Do you see anything wrong yet?
Well, usually it's difficult to find anything wrong with the basic facts of the case. That said, I do think I saw one small thing.
Oh, really? That's great!
It sure is, because I've got to poke all the holes I can find before the princess gets here. Wait, saw?
Supposed murder weapon found in Malin's hands. Clean of blood.
Huh. Definitely took place. Ooh. I think if I present the saw. Oh, do I have to?
But you just, it's the up button.
Oh.
Yeah, present the.
Hold it!
What is your up?
How do you be so sure of this?
Look at the autopsy report.
Deep, integral wound made with a sharp metal object. Is that integral? I think I read it. Or
I think it was
irregular.
That was irregular, my bad.
The saw was the only sharp implement on the ranch house who could produce such a wound. And, I already mentioned, we also looked closely at all other sharp things on the ranch. None of them had recent blood on them.
That still doesn't necessarily mean the saw was the murder weapon. Maybe the real culprit hid the real one.
Oh yeah? Prove it then. Show us the real murder weapon.
Well, I definitely don't have any way to do that. Still, something bothers me about that song.
So, you have nothing? Huh. What a waste of time.
Yeah, that is a nice belt you keep bringing up.
Ocarina of Crime. I stole that joke, but, stole that joke.
The litigation of Zelda.
Oh, I see.
The litigation of Zelda is good.
I understand how the controls work. Huh? This seems like a fairly large oversight. I just want to make sure of something. The state the saw is currently in is how you found it at the crime scene?
That's correct.
That's strange, considering how much the victim bled out and how deep his wound was. Why is there no blood on the supposed murder weapon?
Oh, that got the people talking. Is that all you have? She simply looked it up.
Huh? There's no blood on the saw. If the saw murdered, there would be blood on it, so...
Naturally, the prosecution has an explanation for why the saw is clean. Because I'm the best. Behold, this cloth I found in the defendant's other hand. You can plainly see it's stained with blood. One might even say it's blood-stained, ritual of the night.
Something tells me you shouldn't be handling that without gloves there. I think he's tampering with evidence.
The defendant simply wiped the murder weapon in a futile attempt to hide her involvement. Why am I moving fast?
That's just how Ace Attorney is. Objection! If Malin was trying to hide her involvement, why didn't she just leave the crime scene?
Obviously, she was trying to hide the body before the royal visitation arrived at the ranch. Unfortunately for her, it just happened that the delegation arrived quite a bit earlier than scheduled. In a panic, she quickly wiped the saw off and pretended to faint to make it look like she just stumbled upon the scene. That got people talking.
Dude's such a gaslighter. What is this?
Oh,
Things are not looking very good for you right now.
that's not good when the judge is like, buddy, you're cooked.
The court accepts the bloody cloth into evidence.
So, what's the story with the cloth?
Well, as I was doing a final check around the ranch, I noticed that a part of the fence around the horse paddock, I don't know what that is, was damaged. Not entirely sure what happened, but sometimes one of the horses just gets a bit too rowdy. Don't you know?
Right.
Anyways, I didn't want to bother Mr. Ingo about it, so I tried to cut up a new rail by myself to patch it up. But then the saw slipped and cut my hand open.
Oh, goodness, are you okay?
Link, there's more to worry about here. Well, it wasn't that bad. It did bleed quite a lot, though. So I used the cloth to quickly bandage the wound. I was actually going into the ranch house to ask Father to help me out with the fence. A likely story.
Why are you eavesdropping it on me, buddy?
And impossible to verify now, of course. The Sheikah Force had to use a fairy on the defendant to get her out of her supposed unconsciousness. I do have to give her some credit. She is one cunning woman. She knew that would explain a sudden lack of any wound on her hand. Uh-oh.
Oh, why yes, fairies are wonderful.
I like the great ones.
Just the other day, I slammed my hand with a gavel, and one took the pain off immediately.
Wow, I could use some of that right now.
Great. I'm glad to know they're used for such important things. But, dang it. Too bad there's no way to tell whose blood is on the cloth.
Yeah, they don't have forensics.
I do believe this matter's been
I
settled.
will.
I'm ready to call my next witness.
After only like one question? What the heck? Uh-oh. Is that all I can get out of her?
You've served your purpose, Sheikah. Be gone! Wow.
Be gone, wench. Wait, what? Fine. But you'd best treat her highness with respect, or I'll see that you spend the night in the dungeons.
Do not presume to threaten me, Sheikah. A night of darkness and solitude would be nothing but comfort for me, because I'm a real sicko. You know, I'm just real sick.
Is that so?
Yeah, I'm just a real weirdo. I mean, look at
Then
me.
perhaps we should fill the dungeons with lit candles for the occasion.
No.
The glaring daggers at each other. If this doesn't end soon, we're all in trouble.
Oh dear, we are in
That's why we are on report. Order! Order!
Yeah, I'll
I'm
have
sure
a
we'll treat the
cheeseburger.
princess with the utmost respect. What?
I said, yeah, I'll have a cheeseburger.
You may step down, detective.
Because he said order. Order. So I gave him
The
my
order.
Oh,
The Order of the
order
Phoenix.
number.
I'm making
66.
obvious jokes here about courtroom dramas and no one's catching it.
The case has made
Well,
me
that's what you're
weary
talking about
of all that
McDonald's.
pointless jabber. And I'm talking Cisco jabber. This time is ripe to deal with the final blow. I call Her Highness Princess Zelda of Hyrule to the stand.
Was that a JoJo's reference? Wow, everyone's confused. It was a JoJo's reference.
It was
Thanks.
a JoJo reference.
Link's having such a hard time here.
Is something the matter? Why is everyone quiet all of a sudden?
Because you're the princess.
Your Highness. I believe we're all just a bit uncertain on how to proceed. It is quite the honor to have such an esteemed guest in these halls.
What about me? In the face of the law, in the face of the law, the princess is no different from a peasant. Unless we have unjust laws, I don't know. Name an occupation now. Wow.
The prosecution will behave.
I hope she kills me.
I will not have any derogatory statements directed at the princess.
Yeah.
This is just how I talk.
Derogatory?
Yeah, derogatory.
I wish not to waste any more time. We must employ proper procedure.
Oh, man.
Oh, Link just sucks so
It's all right,
bad.
detective. I believe the prosecution does have a point. In the eyes of the law, we are all equals. On this stand, I am just another witness. I should not be getting any special treatment.
Excuse me. You're admirable, Your Highness. Or very admirable, Your Highness. We can all rest easy knowing that Hyrule is destined to have such a wise monarch in its future, unless I try to take the Triforce from you or something. Yes, indeed. I eagerly await the day when our next ruler takes the throne and reshapes the kingdom in their image, which is actually me.
Definitely me in the sky.
You flatter me, prosecutor.
Oh, I will.
Now then, I believe I was asked for my name and occupation. I am Zelda, current princess of Hyrule, and heir apparent to the throne. Marvelous, Your Highness. Before we begin, I would like to know, why were you at Lon Lon Ranch to witness this terrible incident? It is simple, really. Lon Lon Ranch is Hyrule Castle's town's biggest food supplier. If, milk is the only food they supply. But not only that, but the ranch also equips Hyrule's Royal Guard with their finest horses. Every year, the royal family makes a visit as a gesture of goodwill to ensure the quality of the steeds.
Wow, I didn't know your horses were used by the Royal Guard.
Well, that's because you're an idiot. We work hard every year to make sure they're in the best possible condition.
We've been friends for years and you didn't pick up on this?
Father loved to boast about it, which makes you even more of an idiot. He talked about it all the time.
Ha! No even telling, I'm sure he did. Too bad
Apparently
you
you
didn't.
didn't know him.
Apparently you didn't. Unfortunately that you didn't know him, and that the ranch may no longer need the crown's high standards under new management, which is me. The royal family has a backup, I trust. His name's Luigi.
We are looking for one.
Every time she talks, all I
Naturally,
hear
those
are...
standards are quite high. Yes, of course. Now, then, Princess, please describe what you saw on the day of the incident. Very well. Here I go.
I'm all chipper because I'm Zelda.
Every time she speaks, all I hear are echoes of wisdom.
Witness testimony.
The
scene
scene
behind
behind
the
the door.
I arrived at Lon Lon Ranch a little after 8 a.m., accompanied by my royal guards. I remember being surprised at how quiet everything was. There was nobody there to welcome us. I could sense that something was wrong. I opened the door to the ranch house and went inside. The room was mostly empty. There was a table and some kind of crystal bottle on the top of it. But in front of the table, a terrifying scene was unveiling. The defendant hacked at the ranch owner's chest with the saw she was holding. I was overcome with fear, and I screamed. I will never forget what I saw that day. I heard Talon and his daughter were incredibly kind. I can't believe they would commit such a horrible violence.
What?
Good.
Oh my! You saw the very moment the victim was killed? There you go.
And there you go.
Testimony.
Decisive testimony.
That wasn't a very decisive response.
And as there is no need to doubt the princess's statement, I call for the judge to make a ruling right away, because we don't believe in a jury.
Objection! Hey, now, hold on. I didn't get to cross-examine the witness yet.
You haven't, fool, because there is no need! Did you hear one word of what I said?
Objection! Didn't you just say we should follow all the procedures and treat the princess like any other witness? This is the defense, right?
I believe the defense has a point. They do have every right to perform a cross-examination, no matter who is testifying. I was quite looking forward to this part myself. I have only ever read about court proceedings in the Royal Library. That being said, I will not tolerate any reckless accusations toward the princess. Is that clear?
Naturally, Your Honor. How am I going to cross-examine the princess? This isn't going to end well.
What's gotten into the prosecutor? They seem rather intense. That seems like a rather intense outburst.
Dude just hates me, man. Well, they do have a guess.
Oh.
Because of the princess's status, it's possible that Dragmere doesn't have an opportunity to discuss her testimony. Dragmere didn't have an opportunity to discuss her testimony with her. That might mean that this testimony is a surprise even to him. This could be my chance.
Before we begin, there is just one thing that caught my attention. I believe the princess mentioned seeing some kind of glass bottle at the crime scene.
That would be this, I presume.
Why, yes, that's exactly it.
What is that?
Oh, this is a bottle of perfume that Father intended to gift to Her Highness when she arrived. He quickly rode out of town to get it at the last moment. We didn't know that the princess was coming instead of the king until only about 2 hours before the visitation.
Oh, how thoughtful. He really did not have to bother himself so.
As fascinating as this all is, the prosecutor doesn't believe it's relevant to the case.
Objection. It's good to have a full picture of the crime scene. The defense requests the bottle be accepted into evidence.
Bah! Desperate to latch into every single thing, are you? Kind of your job, but whatever. You can add it to evidence if it makes you happy.
That is how evidence works. You just
No
add it if it
skin
makes
off
you
my
happy.
teeth.
In that case, the court accepts this bottle into evidence.
Perfume bottle added to the court record.
Now then, defense, begin your cross-examination.
Let's see.
Cross-examination. The scene behind the door.
There's one thing that stuck out to me. Oh, I thought this had a time on it.
There's an autopsy report. Deep irregular wound made by the sharp metal object. Victim died from a loss of blood no later than 8 a.m.
Why don't I just present that? Oh, wrong button! No!
Uh-oh.
You lie, Your Highness,
lie,
and I
Your
have the proof!
You be any more rude?
Could you be any more rude? This is a royalty you're speaking to. You now have hearts.
I'm getting lectured on rudeness by this guy.
Well, let's see what it is you're waving around.
It's, this?
Aha, you're rude and wrong, it turns out, idiot.
A painful combination. The defense will abstain from belligerent failures.
Crap. I'll have to rethink this.
You presented the wrong evidence. Try that again.
Yeah. Objection! Your Honor, Your Highness, I believe I found something that doesn't quite match up with the facts.
How dare you question the princess? You will let the defense speak, prosecutor.
I think I see why he so desperately wanted to prevent this cross-examination now. Your Highness, you stated that you arrived at the ranch shortly after 8 a.m., correct?
Yes, the visit was scheduled for 8:30 exactly, but we were quite a bit early.
I see. That makes something you mentioned quite impossible. As stated by the autopsy report, the victim definitely died before 8 a.m. You couldn't have seen the defendant attack the ranch owner when you arrived, because the victim was already dead by then.
I like that Anju
Order!
is here.
Order!
I'm glad Anju's here. Good for her.
She came for the drama, man.
Yes, you really caught her in a lie! Screw that princess!
Your Highness, what is the meaning of this? While I wholeheartedly respect and serve the crown, I will nonetheless not tolerate lies in my court. I have not lied, I just, I suppose I did not see the exact moment it happened. I guess I only thought I did.
Princess, this is a matter of life and death.
I definitely saw the defendant there, though, along with the body. There was no one else who could have done it. I remember all the other details correctly. The body's on the floor, the pool of blood. You have to believe me. Perhaps it is best if Her Highness revises her testimony.
Whoa.
That's not good. There's still not enough to doubt to overturn this testimony. I'll have to find something else, or this case will be over.
Bum bum ba da da dum dum dum.
Witness testimony.
What I actually saw.
What I actually... Emphasis on saw.
Nice.
I'm sorry for embellishing the truth a little bit. I did not see the actual moment of the attack. But I had to have happened shortly before I went to the ranch house. Miss Malin and her father were the only ones at the scene of the crime, so she must be the culprit.
Logic blows.
I see. So you saw the aftermath of the scene, not the actual crime being committed. Very well. Hopefully there is no other issues with your testimony this time. Defense, it's your time for cross-examination.
Naturally, Your Honor. Dragmere is still looking pretty angry. He didn't expect such a blatant contradiction to pop up. If I could just find another one like that, the princess's testimony would become completely untrustworthy in the eyes of the judge.
You didn't read that last line in red. You read it in blue.
Oh,
You gotta do it.
Man's reading only in
Cross-examination.
blue.
how does one read in
What I
red?
actually saw.
Just like that. Now you gotta read in green, though. Which is not reading, because we don't read these.
Let's see, what do I got?
Now see the actual moment of the attack.
I'm trying to like think
You gonna
about
press
what I
them?
even...
I think that like holds up.
Wait, he's
Zelda's
only
14.
14?
Yep.
What are
that,
these
like,
ages?
That, like, sprite or face or portrait of Zelda really kind of sucks.
Are you sure Malin was the only person there, other than the victim? From what I recall, there's an upstairs room in the ranch house. What if someone was hiding there?
Objection.
Holy stupid defense! If someone was hiding up there, the Sheikah Force would have found them. Because they're the Sheikah Force.
I stood guard at the door the entire time. No one else could have left.
What if they never did?
What if they jumped out a window?
Don't be ridiculous. Those windows are up very high.
Actually, those windows can't even be opened. They'd break. You'd have to break one to leave.
Right.
Well,
Well, this is a little bit more plausible than the last testimony she gave.
yes, I suppose it matches the detective account, doesn't it?
Still, I feel like something here sticks out like a sore thumb.
Sorry for embellishing the truth. I did not see the actual moment of the attack.
Pushing the wrong button. In that case, it couldn't be
Yes,
consecutively proven that the defendant did it.
Defense, did you exhaust your singular brain cell on the last contradiction you found? There's a Death Mountain's worth of evidence pointing to the defendant.
Nice.
Just because no one saw what actually happened at the moment of the crime doesn't mean anyone else couldn't have done it.
I think you're making a deaf mountain out of a deaf molehill.
Boo!
It had to happen shortly before I went into the ranch house.
What am I missing?
Did you press this statement?
No. How can you be sure of that, Princess?
Well, when I entered the ranch house, the victim still had the murder weapon embedded in his body.
What?
It is obvious what that means, is it not? The killer did not even have enough time to hide the weapon. Yes, I might have not seen the murder firsthand, but I must have been very close to been doing so. Oh my. It seems like a very important detail.
So Malin didn't have.
I think it would be advisable for Her Highness to amend her testimony. Oh, certainly, Your Honor.
Interesting. Dragmere certainly doesn't look very happy about this development, does he? Thinking about it, I might just know why.
The murder weapon was still stuck in the victim's body, after all.
Hold it!
Wait, did I hit the wrong button?
You hit the press button.
What if someone else stuck in before Malin and the
just push
princess
the button.
arrived? Is this the same?
Well, I suppose.
Lon Ranch is surrounded by high walls, and the only way in through is the self-locking gate.
Okay, that must have hit the wrong button.
Not very many people could have had a key to the gate. Just the personnel and the crown.
Well, someone could have forced their way in.
If you wish to propose such a possibility, you must substantiate it with evidence. Do you have any proof that another person showed up to the house before the princess? You don't. You don't.
Definitely don't. There must be another angle I can attack this from.
Very well, witness. Since the defendants wisely chose to stay silent, please continue your testimony.
Jay, you hit the press button. You wanted to present evidence, right? Or look at the court record.
Wait. I must be pushing the wrong button.
Yeah, push the evidence button. Anyway, we'll go through this again. Unless you push the sideways button to skip. They just played out the exact same conversation again.
Okay,
you're on
so I
that
need to go
statement.
to this one. Then I need to push this button. Then I need to present this. Objection! I believe I found another reason to doubt the witness's words. It seems the prosecution sees what I'm getting at here. There was a bloody cloth discovered at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has argued before that it was used to wipe the saw clean. If the princess saw the saw lodged into Talon's body and the crime scene was left intact, then it couldn't have been wiped. Well, Prosecutor Dragmire, care to explain?
This is most perplexing and quite unorthodox. Your Highness, how are you sure? Are you sure that this is what you saw? Emphasis on saw.
Well, maybe the princess decided to pull the saw out in a vigilant yet futile attempt to save the victim?
And then wipe the blade clean?
That would almost be like framing the defendant. Of course I did no such thing. I made sure the crime scene stayed intact.
No, she's good at that.
I guess I must have made up the memory about the saw sticking out of Mr. Talon as well.
That's what you get for trusting 14-year-olds, apparently. Huh?
You idiotic girl!
Huh?
Do you even realize what you've done through your bumbling?
I'm sorry. I was just so excited to stand witness in court just like this once. Whenever I try telling my father about anything, he always seems so disinterested.
Oh no, she's got daddy issues.
Just this once, I wanted to feel listened to. The defendant, it is clear that she did it. I just wanted to play a larger part in her capture. I am sorry for the trouble I have caused you all.
Well, we can't trust anything she says.
Your Highness, the court is no place for silly games. As it stands, I'm afraid we will have to strike your statements from the court record completely.
Yes, I did it! The prosecution lost their key witness!
The coolest.
I made it so people can't trust
No!
a 14-year-old.
Please wait, I have more to say. I was wrong about the crime scene, but I still have not testified about what I saw afterwards.
Well, why would you care? Why would we care about that? It's best that you leave and stop damaging my case with your idiocy.
Even if you are not interested in my words, you might be interested in the evidence I found.
Yep, that's my what.
Huh? Evidence? Of course. While the Sheikah force investigated inside the ranch house, I looked around the rest of the ranch on my own.
Sheikah, did you know about this?
Of course I did.
You did?
Did?
Oh, I don't know why I read that. You know, sometimes I just want to be me.
You can read that.
I'll have your head for this.
Did I just threaten to kill the
Order.
Princess of Hyrule?
I'm pretty sure it was a Impa you threatened.
Okay.
What is the meaning of this, detective? Why would you withheld this from the court? It's quite simple. The princess specifically requested to present her finding on her own.
Because she's a psycho. What? And you agreed to this?
She's kind of my boss, so like, yeah.
The court is not some playground where children decide what evidence should be presented just because they have a crown.
He's being rude about it, but
I can't help but agree with Dragmir on this one.
he's out of line, but he's right.
Also, I
The
don't
worst guy
really
you
buy
know.
this story. There's no way Impa would have allowed this.
Worst guy you know just made a good
Please.
point.
I wasn't thrilled with the request either. However, after seeing the evidence in question, I didn't think it would be all that important to the case. Thus, I let the princess have her fun. This is highly irregular.
Just like me right now.
And those wounds. I'm not sure how to feel about this. Prosecutor?
But
me my
naturally, I object to this nonsense. If the detective thinks it's irrelevant, then it's probably just a waste of time. All evidence points to the defendant. It's still clear that she did it, even without a witness at the scene.
I see. Defense?
We do.
If we object to presenting the evidence, then Dragmir loses his key witness. Plus, whatever the princess presents could be bad for our case, too.
So we should agree with the prosecution?
Well, on the other hand, we don't really have much to go on. This could be our only lead left.
Well, don't keep us waiting. Surely you won't throw away all of the progress you've made thus far.
What do I do?
Gotta have more evidence.
What was
More
that?
evidence.
You want to have more evidence.
I want evidence.
I really hope this is the right choice. The defense requests that the evidence be presented. While I agree that the situation is irregular, we should still examine all evidence available. It would be silly to dismiss as if it was irrelevant without even seeing what it is.
Oh, hello, Lily.
Oh,
Welcome to
sup?
the party. You're not late. We're just early for once.
Yeah, we're really early.
We're way earlier than we normally would be. Mostly
All you
because we're
needed-
doing this for we still have quite a bit of time left, so...
Malin killed
Malin. Malin killed her
Malin-
dad to take over the ranch. We're trying to prove that didn't happen.
Yes.
All right. I do believe you have a point, defense. However, I must warn you. In order to admit this piece of evidence into the court record, the princess's statement that she found it must be admitted to as a testimony along with everything else she might say.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm very well aware.
A bunch of horse people.
The defense wishes to give the princess just one more chance. Fuck, idiotic!
Order!
This is neat.
I know it's supposed
don't
to be
play
you, but you're too
But it's
slow.
neat.
It's the new My Little Pony. It's the horse thing that people are obsessed with on the internet.
It's the horse thing of our generation, even though
Very
My
well
Little
then, Your
Pony was
Highness.
the horse
Please.
thing of our generation.
Please testify once more about the new piece of evidence you found during your investigation. Thank you. I will not let you down this time.
Zelda, you're an idiot.
She's 14.
The princess should understand the gravity of the situation at hand now. Does that mean I'm 14 too?
No, you're the same age as Mallet.
Yeah, somehow the ages in this Hamac are weird.
It'll make sense later.
I just hope this new evidence isn't damaging to our case.
War Thunder? Wait, we haven't even done an ad for War Thunder. You can't be playing that.
That reminds me of today's sponsor, War Thunder.
Friend of the
findings.
channel. Who's for men? May. I wish to. No, right.
Just
Let
go.
me do the testimony. I wish to express my utmost heartfelt apologies for the mistakes in my earlier testimony. Upon entering the ranch house, I saw the defendant passed out in front of the victim, who was bleeding out. I stood guard at the entrance of the ranch house until the Sheikah force has arrived. Once the Sheikah started investigating the crime scene, I decided to take a look around the ranch. While I was walking near the silo, I noticed a strong odor in the air. I had to stop and see where it was coming from.
It was Link.
I followed the scent and found a burned-out fire nearby and a small, nearly empty bottle of lamp oil.
Uh-oh.
I, of course, took the bottle straight to the head detective. "8 years of War Thunder. I didn't know people actually played the games that people talk about as things on YouTube.
I really like
And here
Ace
it is.
Combat.
And here it is, the oil bottle I found. It was just a little bottle adventure.
I like how everyone does not know how to react to this.
Is something wrong?
Oh, no, this might actually be completely irrelevant.
Yes, well,
Of course there is, foolish girl. This has nothing to do with anything. Your great finding is some random fire on a ranch? Please! What's next? Are you going to declare every rake on the premises suspicious?
What did you just call me?
well,
Idiot.
the prosecution will calm down.
This is bad. Your Honor, despite the fact that this evidence might not seem to add anything at the moment, the defense still asserts its right to a cross-examination. Some straws have been grasped.
Oh, come on, idiot! Why must you insist on this game going longer than it needs to? The princess has merely recounted the same view of the crime scene as the head detective, even though she got a lot of things wrong. You haven't been able to find any contradictions in her statement, even though we have found a lot.
Found quite a few of them.
Does the prosecutor not know how to say charade?
I believe there might be a way to tie the princess's new evidence to the case.
Ridiculous.
He's so hurt about it.
Regardless of what the prosecution thinks, the defense does have a right to cross-examination. The court admits the oil bottle into evidence.
Yay.
I just really hope this isn't a complete waste of time, defense. For both your own sake and your clients.
Cross-examination! They're going
My
down,
finding.
Ganondorf.
I wish to express my utmost heartfelt apologies. On entering the ranch, I saw the defendant passed out on the floor. The victim was also bleeding out. I stood guard at the entrance until the Sheikah arrived. Once the Sheikah started investigating the crime scene, I decided to take a look around the ranch. When I was walking near the silo, I noticed a strong odor in the air, and I had to stop to see where it was coming from. I found a scent and a burned-out fire nearby, and a small lamp bottle. I, of course, took the bottle straight to the head detective. Well, you should probably press for more information before you start doing anything.
Yeah,
But do you
that
like
would
Ace
make
Attorney?
sense.
I've never played an Ace Attorney. This is the most Ace Attorney I've ever played.
I've only ever played mods of games that make it Ace Attorney.
Ooh, nice.
I forget what happened, but at some point in time, I got an Ace Attorney game, but it was like number 5 or 6. It was like way late in the series, and I was like, well, I feel like Ace Attorney is the kind of game that you have to like start from the beginning before going forward. Otherwise, nothing makes a lot of sense. So I've played the original. I've played the original trio, and I got halfway through 4, but I need to finish that someday. A fire, huh?
Now let me remind you, Defense, that there is any number of reasons why a fire could have been there.
Oh, one other thing I'll mention is I was playing Ace Attorney through the 3DS, and one of the games, whenever you hovered over it, would just go, "Objection!" And it's the best starting noise to a 3DS game ever.
I dig it.
They need to bring those back. The Switch's menu doesn't have any sauce.
No sauce.
You can still feel the cold grasp of death early in the Nintendo Switch 2's operating system.
Princess, how long would you estimate the fire had been out before you found it?
Right. There was still smoke rising out of the ashes, so it must have been put out recently.
So around the time of the crime?
Someone prepared their breakfast there. I repeat, this fire is irrelevant.
I think he realized the same thing I did. Well, who was it? Who could have lit that fire anyway?
It would have been the ranch worker who was putting milk shipment together at the time. It was almost certainly him. If you really want to ask him about this little barbecue, you might just get your wish soon.
He's looking so smug. Doesn't sound like it's very appetizing. But without anyone concrete to pin on him, just be able to brush it off.
Air, of course, took the bottle straight to the head detective.
Hold it! What was the smell like?
Oh, it was awful. A really terrible stench. It was gamer gunk.
Oh no!
But I seriously don't mean to say that you found the smell of horse manure suspicious.
Do not be ridiculous. The smell was not coming from the horses, probably.
A horse, of course.
It was coming from the Usame maze, or whatever you pronounce that.
Uma Musume.
Musame.
You didn't just go home?
The royal visitation was supposed to be a lot longer.
Musume is horse, but I can't remember what Uma is.
Father was not expecting us back for the castle until much later. I came to the ranch to examine the horses, so I supposed I could at least do that in the meantime. Which is why I know it wasn't the horses.
How long did it take the sheep to arrive in the scene?
Chat, are we cooked? I'm Ganondorf, by the way. Musume is girl? Oh, Uma is horse? Okay, yeah, it means horse girl. That's
It
right.
does not take very long to make a trip from Hyrule Castle Town to Long Long Ranch. I cannot imagine it was more than 20 minutes.
That is pretty fast. Though I imagine the fact that the princess was involved helped speed it up.
Slowpokes, I would be there in half the time, running backwards even. Uphill both ways. I suppose it's no surprise, though. Hylian horses are naturally inferior to our Gerudo steeds, which is the name of my new band. The Gerudo buy our horses! I'm not allowed to read that line!
Just don't bother, he's trying to rile you up.
I really dig these tunes, though.
What am I missing?
You gotta press all the information.
Right, and she allowed you to present it?
Well, I was the one to find it, and since I was going to the trial anyway...
Ridiculousness, which is my
Utter
favorite
ridiculous-
show on MTV.
Yes, please make this the last time you do something like this, Your Highness. Proper procedures exist for a reason. Yeah, I understand.
Do you have any idea
You have
why
any-
there'd be a fire? No, that's
Sorry,
me.
I
No,
thought-
it's definitely. Do you have any idea why there would be a fire on the ranch that day? Then it sounds like it's definitely worth looking into. Although it would be hard to link it to the crime in any way. In situations like these, getting as much information as possible is the best bet.
You didn't read that in red.
Oh no.
You kept reading that in
Objection.
blue.
There's no need to press the princess on. You already wasted the chance. Throw out her testimony.
Yes, defense, please get to the point.
Yikes. I was told to find out more information and I get yelled at for it. Was there anything else in the room?
Only the beautiful little crystal bottle I mentioned earlier. The house was rather barren.
Most of the things on the floor, since the downstairs room mostly used for ranch business these days.
And the
Not blue
occasional
cheese
game.
business. None of that stuff. Oh, of course. Dad's famous Kuko game, Super Kukos.
The good old days.
Oh wait, did Ocarina of Time happen?
Ocarina of Time happened.
Is the defense done reminiscing from when I was the bad guy? There will be plenty of time to do that when the defendant's behind bars.
I was just trying to distract myself from the fact that there's nothing to latch on.
Hold it.
Did anything happen during that time?
Bad question.
No, not that I recall. The guards did occasionally protest and ask me to let them take over, but I held my stance.
Because I suck. You do suck. While commendable in theory, staying in the same room as a dangerous killer isn't very wise. Which is why y'all should probably leave this room. What if she woke up and lashed out at you?
Sweet Hylia above! That thought did not occur to me.
That's because you're 14.
Of course not. Foolish girl.
But the guards did stand close by. I would have been safe.
The guards did it. Wonderful to see how much faith our princess has in our royal guard.
Yes, of course I do. In any case... Defense, I believe that is enough.
Oh. Womp
It doesn't
womp.
seem like you've been getting any closer to finding a connection between the fire and the crime at all.
No, I suppose not, Your Honor.
Naturally, I've said that this was a waste of time from the beginning.
In that case, the cross-examination is over.
So is your case.
Thank you for your time, Your Highness. I assume you have more revelations to share with us? You do not have any more?
Final look at
no.
the Bible.
I do not. I really thought the fire would be important.
Leave my sight, foul wench.
Enough.
Do we need to have another murder that we're going to investigate here?
Your Highness, if you'd allow me to escort you back to Hyrule Castle. Very well.
Now the princess's little game is over. We should move this along. The prosecution's stance is still the same, of course. We maintain that the evidence on its own is enough to convict the defendant.
I do believe I am nearly ready to hand down my verdict.
Indubitably.
Unless that name's on that paper is Ganondorf, I'm not going to accept it. But, Your Honor, there's nothing that definitively shows that Mallory committed the crime. This is all circumstantial. There's no way she could have killed her own father.
That is an excellent point, defense. The prosecution has yet to elaborate on the defendant's motive. Patricide is not something a person commits lightly.
But I did briefly touch on the subject during my opening statement. But naturally, the prosecution is fully prepared to elaborate on this matter. I would like to call in my third witness.
That has to be that ranch worker.
Before calling him, though, the prosecution requests a brief recess to prepare.
I thought you said you were already prepared. Maybe he wants to double check that his new witness won't post anything weird like the princess did.
Very well. I do believe a break would benefit us all.
Yep, time to take a
The court will
piss.
now reconvene after a 15-minute recess. Court is adjourned.
Thank goodness.
March 17th,
March 17th.
11:17 a.m. Hyrule Grand Court. Defendant, lobby number 3.
Good job reading that in green this time.
You better believe
Yeah, I
it.
really felt it.
It's
don't normally
not
read in
going
green.
well, is it? Chat, are we cooked?
No, I think that went as well as I could have, actually, given the circumstances. We exposed the worst of the princess's testimony as untrue.
Ugh, I can't believe that she'd make stuff up like that.
Yeah, that
she
was surprising.
Yes, I got my vote.
The issue is that we didn't manage to shake the core of it. The issue is that we didn't manage to shake the core of the argument. If there was only anyone else in the house.
Now, there's no need to look so glum.
Detective, aren't you supposed to be escorting the princess back?
The carriage is being prepared. I thought I'd drop by in the meantime. You really managed to make Dragmire furious, you know.
I have.
Is he stupid?
If you listen carefully, you might just be able to hear him ranting over in the prosecutor's lobby.
Yeah! Oh yeah!
Ah!
He's really giving his upcoming witness a grilling. Expect him to try to shut you down as fast as he can.
Put that sword away. You're making me nervous.
Well, that would be worrying if I had anything you could shut down in the first place, I guess.
Oh, but you do.
What do you mean?
Oh, come on now. I'm talking about the princess's grand discovery, of course.
The fire? That I wasn't able to do anything with that?
Is this
Really think
Deus
it's
Ex
relevant?
Machina?
Don't get me wrong. At present, I'm convinced the girl did it. We investigated and came to this conclusion for a reason.
Because we're bad at our job.
But I'm willing to explore every possibility. The fire is definitely a bit strange, and I dare say it might be your only way out of this. If I may be so bold, I think you should press the next witness on that topic hard. As any other person working on the ranch at the time, he's the only one who could have lit the fire. If he's hiding something, I think the court deserves to know.
Thing is, the next testimony is about the motive. It's going to be difficult to bring up the fire again without Dragmir's objective.
You'll have to make it work.
As much as I
But
don't like it, she's right. There really isn't a
Said I
whole
don't
lot
like it.
else to go on here.
I have to go along.
Well, thank you.
Don't mention it. Oh, one last thing. You, ranch girl.
Me?
Try not to hold that testimony against the princess. Believe me, I'm sure she was acting with the best of intentions in mind.
You know the road to the Dark Realm is paved with those, right?
Whoa. They do say the road to hell is
Perhaps.
paved with good intentions, which I really don't understand what that phrase really means. If
It was
I'm
definitely a
being
serious
real.
lapse okay. It was definitely a serious lapse of judgment, and one she'll live to regret.
Yeah, we're playing Legend of Zelda Ace Attorney. We don't really need to comprehend and understand idioms that people say, you know?
Even if they're obvious.
just thought about it a little bit. You know, you think about it a little bit. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. Part of this comes from the fact that she's a rather sheltered and inexperienced.
I can't believe this man's all hat and no cattle.
No
After the sudden
cattle.
death of her older sister last year, she was thrust into the role of the heir very suddenly.
Since when did she have an older sister?
You guys were asking about her age. This is why.
That's right, the mysterious death of the firstborn Princess Zelda. Wait, there's 2 Zeldas?
It's just like Dune.
Hyrule's still grieving after the events of that day, and yet no one knows exactly what happened. The void of information, conspiracy theories ran amok, people blaming the royal guard, the Sheikah, and even the king himself. The princess will soon have a whole kingdom's worth of troubles on her shoulders. Oh, this is not...
A kingdom with a history as turbulent as ours. It's a lot to handle.
The princess's conduct today probably wouldn't help with the distrust people have of the crown right now, though.
She's wise beyond her years. She will learn, and she will be better. I simply ask that you don't think of her as an enemy, whatever comes of this trial. She does not need more than she already has.
Wow, she's so intense. I never expected to see Impa get so emotional. I guess all this is why she decided to take the blame for the princess's impromptu investigation.
Detective Impa!
Whoa.
What is it, soldier? I am quite busy at the moment, so please be quick. The investigation team came back from the ranch, just sent word of a new development. Something about a milk shipment being returned to the ranch because of a wrong recipient address. They're asking you to come over and see it. Oh, those idiots. I don't have time for this.
I don't have time for small
Someone else.
fries.
I have to escort the princess to the castle. Roger. That did remind me, though. I took this bottle of milk from a couple guards who were slacking on the job earlier. Here, ranch girl. Perhaps it'll help calm your nerves somewhat. Not to worry, it's still unopened.
Oh, thank you?
That's nice of her. Too bad for those guards, though.
Now then, I believe the princess's carriage should be prepared by now. If you'll excuse me.
I must do ninja moves.
Whoa, they just, hessed off screen. Isn't that alcoholic?
I think I'm so nervous right now. Milk has just lost its flavor. Lost its flavor. Sorry, I didn't read that in red.
Huh?
You caught
Lost its flavor. But Long Long Match is always so tasty. Are you sure it's just nerves? Let me try some. Huh? You're right. I assume this would have come from one of yesterday's shipments?
Probably. With the investigation at the ranch, there wouldn't be any today, so... Maybe it just isn't fresh?
No, I don't think so. It doesn't really taste as if it's gone bad. Also, the guard said that one of the yesterday's shipments was misaddressed, didn't he? This is all handed by Ingo, wasn't it? I think there's something odd going on. I better make some notes about this in the court record. Note about the shipment's return added to the court record. Long Long Milk added to the court record.
Defense, the court is about to reconvene. Escort your client back to the courtroom at once.
So it comes down to this. The conclusion's approaching. Time to turn the situation around.
Turnabout Hyrule.
I'm trying to figure out what that thing next to the Goron is.
Court is back in session for the trial of Malin of Lon Lon Ranch. I trust the prosecution's final witness is ready.
Naturally, I've personally seen to that there will be no foolishness this time around.
Hopefully his ears are intact.
As we discussed before the recess, having established the opportunity and means for the defendant to have committed the murder, only one matter remains. The matter of motive, for naturally such a heinous crime couldn't be the result of mere happenstance. The prosecution believes the defendant had a deep desire that pushed her to patricide? Killing your parents. The next witness should shed light on the matter. Don't use that word very often in my life.
But it's so versatile. Fascinating. Very well. Please proceed.
The prosecution calls the ranch worker Ingo to the stand, aka Loogie.
He looks drunk.
It's funny to see Mr. Ingo in such fancy clothes.
Oh?
Yes, he almost always just wears his work dungarees? I've never read that, never seen that word before. It's almost like looking at a different person.
Well, I guess he wanted to dress up for court. He wouldn't want to get his nice outfit dirty by working in it.
Quiet, defense. Witness, state your name and occupation.
Your Honor, great honorable prosecutor. My name is Ingo. I mind Lon Lon Ranch. Mind? What does that entail, exactly?
I think about it.
No, I'm mostly there to work on the structures and equipment. The owner and his daughter are the ones who tend to the animals and care for the orders.
How long have you been working at the ranch?
It'll be several years at this point.
That's not a number.
There have been others who came and went, but I, Ingo, have persevered through all of the hardships.
Sounds like he wants a medal for it.
Well, he does get a bit pompous at times, but Mr. Ingo always is a great help. He built the ranch's silo single-handedly.
Whoa, that's some dedication.
Good commentary, Lee. Very well. Given that you're certainly an important employee, you are privy to some inside information. Is that correct?
Yes, the ranch owner shared big plans with me. He trusted me implicitly. He used to say that we were like a big family. That sounds lovely.
That sounds like a red flag that you're gonna be getting loads of unpaid overtime.
Evidently, not every member of your so-called family felt the same way, though, did they?
It hurts to do this, but I have no choice. Hear my story, Honorable Court of Law.
Oh no. He's got a weird eyebrow.
It
The
begins.
matter of motive, the mom, if you will. Just a couple days ago, the owner, Talon, partly signed the ranch over to his daughter, Malin. Talon became a life tenant, with Malin meant to inherit all the assets after his death. As long as Talon lived, Malin could not sell the ranch. It's simple, isn't it? The girl killed Talon to get full ownership of the dingy ranch and leave the dingy ranch life behind. It's appalling how ungrateful she is, after all Talon did for her.
Oh no, we're getting it's loading.
And there you have it. Testimony from a man who just lost everything. It's truly tragic to witness yet another family torn apart by greed. Unlike me, who killed I don't remember. Didn't I kill my parents or something? Isn't that in the lore or something like that?
Isn't your parent lesbian?
I killed my lesbian parents. We have evidence that we have caught the defendant caught red-handed at the crime scene, and now we have motive. I can breathe.
Objection! It was me who murdered your lesbian parents, not you. Get that right. Anyway,
It was me, Barry.
Timeline, I don't think.
how do we know he's telling the truth?
I have, of course, verified the witness's testimony. As per the law, all inheritance documents must be filed at the Castletown Notary office to be considered valid. I saw fit to prepare this for the trial. The prosecution would like to submit the Lon Lon Ranch inheritance document into evidence.
Ranch inheritance
inheritance
document added to the court record.
Mr. Ingo, why would you? You should pass judgment now, Judge. The defense has nothing.
Judge the law, judger.
I would like to cross-examine the witness. There's a few more
That's
details
all I do,
feel
because
are
I'm
relevant.
useless.
But of course, ask anything you'd like. I, the hard-working Ingo, can handle it.
Why are you talking in third person, dude?
Because he's the hard-working Ingo. Very well. Defense, please begin.
Cross-examination! The matter of motive.
The mom,
you-
for short.
I think you read that in red.
Let's take a look at this.
Malin will inherit the ranch. If she is unable to oversee it, divide the deed between the crown and the remaining employees.
Interesting.
From one of yesterday's shipments, Emperor bought it during the recess. It seems strangely tasteless. Apparently, one of the milk shipments was returned to the ranch due to being misaddressed.
Wait,
Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-da.
Probably press before you do anything like that.
yeah, probably. I should have verified some text. So Malin hadn't become the ranch owner yet?
Well, of course not. Have you heard all the testimonies making the round, or the stories making the rounds recently?
Wait,
So
what?
many ungrateful brats throwing up their old folks into retirement homes and movement ownership signed over to them. Talon was no fool. I myself convinced him that it was the safer option. If the girl was up to some chicanery, she could always revert this decision. He could always revert his decision.
How horrible! I'd never do that.
As much as I'd like to believe that, you did much worse by killing him. Children these days, you feed them, you raise them, and then they pull a stunt like this as soon as you give them an inch over yourself.
Oh, darn kids. I must concur. Kids suck.
Yep, that's me reading that dialogue box.
Why did he look at me while saying that?
Anyway, what that meant was, as long as Talon lived, Malin could not sell the ranch.
But why would Malin want to sell the ranch right now?
Why wouldn't she want to? Why would a pretty little girl like her want to work on some dingy ranch? She'd have it much better if she sold the old place and used the money to move to Castletown.
What evidence do you have that she's pretty? That's not true. I love working with animals. I wouldn't leave them for anything. Even Link.
What? Wow. She's been slacking on her job, while I, the hard-working Ingo, have to cover for her. I guess the Deku-Nut doesn't fall far from the tree, as they say. That Talon loved to sleep on the job, too. Oh, I do recall quite a funny story about Lon Lon Ranch owner blocking the side entrance to Hyrule Castle for an entire day once. The guards couldn't wake him up. It took a particularly vocal Kuko, apparently.
Yeah, jeez.
Ah, jeez.
Well, there you go. I am the real reason why the ranch is so renowned. Me, the hard-working Ingo.
This guy seems to really got an ego. Leak, that's it. That's not true at all.
I know, but how do we stop this? Hold it! Do you really think Malin would go that far?
I don't want to think it, but clearly the events speak for themselves, don't they?
Why wouldn't she just wait a few more years then?
Talon was getting older. Perhaps she knew more and more work would be piling onto her. But really, how am I supposed to know? Ask her!
Yeah, that's alright. Well, if Malin didn't want to work, wouldn't she have just done this earlier? As Talon's only child, she would still inherit the ranch.
That's where you're wrong. For a long while, Talon planned to split the ranch between the girl and the crown. He was a patriotic man. He knew how much the horses meant to the royal guard. I wish he hadn't changed his mind now.
Yes, father previously in previous inherited document did work that way.
How admirable. I guess family bonds won over this drive to help the kingdom. Truly a shame.
Yes, naturally, the girl wanted the whole thing, but she bided her time.
I think this sufficiently explains the thing. Let's continue, shall we? Oh, the timing. I read that wrong.
Wait just a moment! There's one more problem with the timing that I'd like the witness to explain. Why would Malin have planned the murder for the day of the royal visitation, specifically? More people around needs more witnesses. You think she would have chosen any other day?
Oh, did I forget to mention this? I overheard Talon arguing with her the very morning. He was telling her that he'd changed his mind again. He was planning to tell the king that he'd be signing the ranch over to the crown. After the visitation was over, he'd head to Castle Town and change the inheritance back to its original split.
What?
Hi?
I bet that Zora up there is just completely, enamored.
Despite the victim's wishy-washiness, it would appear that he didn't make the right choice in the end. And because of that choice, if the defendant wanted to get the ranch, she had no time to waste.
Is this true, too?
Absolutely not. Father wasn't planning to do that, and there was no argument either.
What do we do about this argument then?
Better not bring attention to it.
I don't
Right at the I don't know. I forget.
I don't know, Mr. Man. Is there a fail state that happens if you screw this up?
There's an argument about the inheritance that sounds like an important fact to me. The defense requests this be added to the testimony.
Very well. Witness, please do so. I'd be happy to, Your Honor. I overheard them arguing about the inheritance. It's appalling how ungrateful she is after all Talon did for her.
Let's press on this no. But what time did this happen?
First thing in the morning, I was heading out to the silo at the start of the day's work. I just had walked out of the front door of the ranch house when I heard some yelling erupt from behind me.
Do you remember any specifics about what was said?
Oh, yes, it surprised me enough that I stopped to listen for a minute. It was all like, I'm real sorry, Malin, but the most important thing is to make sure the king will always have a steady supply of quality horses. I don't care. What about me, Father? How can you do this to me? Malin, this isn't about you. It's for the good of the entire kingdom. But what am I supposed to do? I can't move up in life if I'm stuck on this dump of a ranch forever. I thought you loved the ranch. All the animals are here, and Ingo's always around to help with the chores, too. He's pretty great, isn't he? Yeah, Ingo's awesome, but I still hate you for this. This ain't over. During reenactment.
I will keep my thoughts on the witness's acting skills to myself. They were literally the greatest I've ever seen.
There's no way this actually happened, though. Malin would never want to sell the ranch.
Well, of course she'd say that now, you buffoon. Remember, she's under suspicion for murder. We can't trust anything she says.
Well, I trust her, but the judge probably doesn't right now, and that's unfortunately what matters. If anything else in the court records that could refute this story?
If you ask me, the whole inheritance issue must have been avoided if the crown wasn't so soft. Nice. In Gerudo Desert, there wouldn't have been a question that the fortress may seize whatever it desires.
That's just messed up.
That's just communism.
We all blamed it on something else.
Wait a second.
That morning. Wasn't something else happening that morning?
Objection! Haha! I've got you. What do you mean this isn't important? I knew a simple ranch worker couldn't conduct a flawless story. I just found a gaping hole in it.
Link, are you saying the ranch workers are stupid?
That's not what I meant.
On the other hand, certain attorneys definitely are, since you were just presented it. Since the evidence says you, yeah, it's meaningless.
Oh, sure, just getting up on me. What? How is that meaningless?
Look back at your other stuff.
I think it has something to do with the shipment, right? Would that have something?
Or something about the inheritance document.
Yeah, that too.
Because he said something else about the thing, so you might need to press them there.
This one?
Wait, no? Well, you haven't pressed that, but...
What am I missing?
No, you hold it! That man gave everything for her! So, she's gotten so many expensive presents over the years. Just look at that golden necklace she's wearing! That man spoiled her rotten! In fact, I think I saw another present he was meaning to give her on that very day he was killed.
Another gift?
Why, yes, a little bottle of perfume, I believe. It's horrible! Talon was such a kind man. What happened to him is despicable.
Was that last statement important?
Yeah,
I'm gonna add that to the testimony, because you suck. Your Honor, the defense wishes to add the statement about the perfume to the testimony.
Bah, what are you doing? Trying to implicate the defendant even harder? Yeah.
I think it's an important detail.
The perfume is irrelevant. But I suppose the prosecution has no objections to strengthen our case.
very well, witness. Please add what you had to the testimony. Talon often brought Malin gifts. I saw the latest one. Some kind of perfume, I think.
Now should I present this?
Yeah, now present it.
Okay. Objection! Witness!
What is it? Boy?
Just to confirm, you said that this bottle of perfume was brought for Malin by her father, correct?
What else could it be for? I assure you, Talon wasn't the type to be indulgent in perfumes. Far from it.
Why is this man doing a little dance?
He's got
doing
dark
a little
animation.
dance.
Well, you're wrong, witness!
Oh, is that so? Was the ranch owner truly a perfume connoisseur?
No, Your Honor. The bottle of perfume was bought for the princess!
So what defense? Sure, it isn't technically a contradiction, but what does the purpose of this bottle? Yeah, you know.
We'll just go.
I'm losing it right now.
I'm confused as well. Please explain why this point is important.
Earlier in the trial, Malin mentioned that Talon bought this perfume in preparation last minute. Isn't that right, Malin?
It sure is. We had a gift for the king prepared with the news arrived that it would actually be the princess making the visitation. Father quickly rode into town to get a new gift.
This info puts one thing into question. Talents, tastes, and gifts. Somebody's movements. The princess's testimony.
Somebody's movements.
Someone's movements around the ranch are put into serious doubt.
Someone's? Well, don't keep us waiting then, Defense. Who is this person?
Naturally, the person whose movements become suspicious is...
It's definitely the guy we're talking to. Because Ingo definitely did it. He's lying through his teeth. He's the killer.
Louis.
Take that! The witness himself. If you recall, this bottom perfume, which had just been purchased, was found as the crime scene. A crime scene the witness specifically never went to. Supposedly never went to. He shouldn't have known about the bottle.
Ah!
That animation's just in Ocarina of Time.
Order! Order!
Funny.
The defense raises quite a valid point.
You simpleton, what is the meaning of this?
Well, witness, did you go to the scene of crime at any point?
No, of course I didn't. I was working in the silo all day. I remember. I saw the gift the day before the crime. The girl is lying. Talon must have gotten the gift the day before.
Indigo be tweaking. Yeah, he be tweaking for real. You're the one who's lying. Father didn't leave the ranch at all that day.
One word against another.
That's what we call hearsay.
Defense? Do you have any way to prove that your version of events is true? Find the receipt.
Is that it?
But yeah, it's gonna have a timestamp on it.
When you buy something, you usually get a receipt, and the receipt always shows the date of purchase. It might be at the ranch house. I say we send someone out to look for it.
Father never throws receipts away. We have a drawer full of them. The perfume. One should be right on top.
I believe the idea has some merit. Soldiers, rush to the ranch house immediately and search for that receipt.
2 hours later.
Hey, look, Andrew's there. Yes? What is it, soldier? We've just received the receipt from the team stationed at the crime scene.
Gulp!
Oh!
Gulp!
Exclamation point.
Gulp!
Very well, thank you. I shall now read it.
There's a lot writing on this.
From Tingle's Mysterious Smells.
Yes, I know all about those.
Ah, yes. I think I've seen that store. It's that eccentric-looking place in the back alley.
He would be in the back alley where he deserves. You couldn't miss the blinding neon colors if you tried. It's an utter eyesore.
Wait, is this man British? What is this? That's how you spell colors.
Oh crap. Are we playing a British-developed video game?
Game's
Well,
over.
it is medieval Europe, right? That's
You know what
where-
that gets? That gets the gall of this nobody running a monopoly on Hylian perfume is preposterous. I can never say that word.
Perhaps, but back to the matter at hand.
The nerve of that Dunderhand. What the Dunderhead? I've never even heard that. Why would it's British? Why would anyone ever shop at a store where the owner calls every other customer a fairy? Mr. Fairy?
Prosecutor.
And the balloons. Oh, the balloons! That full pop on right in my face. Oh man, I didn't know he hated Tingle so much.
I didn't know this man liked his smells.
Prosecutor Dragmire. Enough! Continuing on. Purchased item. 1 bottle of Rosy Rupee Land. Oh my. This is quite the price. I would have to.
Your Honor, please, the date of purchase.
Oh, yes, right. Date of purchase.
Gulp.
Why, it's March 16th, the day of the murder.
Ah,
He's doing a little dance.
he's tweaking. He's tweaking out.
Order! Order!
Yes, we got him.
Phew, I think we were finally getting somewhere.
Sorry, I'm dying. This doesn't mean anything. Perhaps the witness probably went back to the ranch house for something and saw the bottles then.
Yes, that's it. I was getting thirsty, so I went back to get a drink. I must have seen the bottle then.
Oh, come on! You think we're gonna believe that? Do you have any proof that he didn't? Well, I
believe this calls for a further testimony. As the witness now claims to have visited the crime scene shortly before the murder, we should learn of his exact movements that day. My movements?
Oh, I know about movements.
Well, I know the moves that make movements.
Whoa.
Well, all right. There's not a whole lot to say, though.
I was practicing some DDR in the break room.
I was practicing my backwards walking because it's faster than walking forwards.
It's unfortunate that you managed to weasel out of that. But this next testimony will be full of lies. This is my chance. Well, excuse me, princess.
It's a holy testimony because it's full of holes. My non-suspicious movements. As was already stated, I had volunteered to work in the silo. At one point, I briefly went back to the ranch house to get myself a glass of water. I went back to the silo right after that and stayed there until the courier came. I haven't been back to the ranch house at all since then. At some point, the detective came and told me what happened. And wow, was that detective one fine woman. See? I haven't done anything to warrant suspicion. Eat my shoes, you brat.
Nice.
That's not the saying. It's eat my shorts. Come on, dude.
British
Oh,
people.
pass. There has to be something wrong in there. We can't put a flawless story together that quickly. Cross-examination.
It's time to cross
Let's
these
see.
examinations.
This non-suspicious movement.
I'm gonna press that. That doesn't sound accurate to me. You didn't think to just take a sip of the milk you were handling?
No, it wouldn't have been right. The milk was for the customers, you see. I just didn't want to get into any trouble. Alan would kill me.
Totally honest man. How dare you suggest he steal from his own workplace, which everyone does.
Right. So what did you see at the house?
Nothing much. I got my drink and left. Still had a lot of work to do, you see. I suppose I must have seen the perfume bottle then. In fact, yes, I remember it quite clearly now. It was there, on the table, plain as day.
Great.
What happened after that, witness? I went back to the silo right after that and stayed there until the courier came.
Hold it! And you were able to complete this so quickly on your own?
Bah, you don't know the might of the great Ingo.
Real.
Huh. Hiya! Pow! Wham! I get things done in no time. I did almost break my back getting those crates out the silo, though. There were so many. It's all so heavy. It was like a puzzle in there. Anyway, that's not important. The point is, I haven't been back to the ranch house at all since then.
Hold it! Are you sure?
As sure as can be.
You never went back in, even after the crime was discovered?
Bah! They wouldn't let me in! Preserving the crime scene or some such, I couldn't even get any of my things. After I was questioned, no one gave me half a glance. I had to sleep in the stables that night. It was terrible.
Is what he just said important? Your Honor, I would like the witness to add this last statement to his testimony.
What? What are you trying to pull now?
We're trying to pull something.
Very well. Witness, please amend your statement. God, fine, whatever. I didn't even get to sleep or access any of my belongings. I had to spend the night in the stable. I'm going to press that.
This?
Well, no, I mean press the statement first.
Oh, oops.
I've got you. I thought you were supposed to show your prosecutor badge to everything.
We're just gonna ignore the fact that this happened.
Man, just taking damage.
Not a canon event.
Man,
Hold
just
it!
took damage.
Couldn't you have stayed at an inn?
But what am I, made of money? Think, boy, I'm just a simple ranch worker, you know? You lawyers always flaunting your wealth.
Link is rich.
Right, sorry. Not actually sorry. I doubt one night would bankrupt this guy. Just look at what he's wearing.
Just look at what he's wearing. Wearing.
Press 6. That's the only thing we haven't pressed yet. I don't think any evidence is going to do anything for us right now. We do need to bring up the bottle somehow, but I don't know when that happens.
Hold it! Could you elaborate?
She's a hard-working woman who gets to the point and takes what she wants. Not to mention her impeccable fashion sense. What's love?
That's not the part I wanted to elaborate on.
He seems totally smitten with her. I get it.
Sure does. I wonder how Impa feels about this.
Perhaps when this chore of a trial is over, I could... but no, I will have to wait. You thought you could distract me, did you? The genius ranch worker? Ingo? Sees through all of your schemes.
He's sticking to the story, huh?
Yeah, it was a just desperate fix, but it holds up surprisingly well.
I can hardly believe this is the same Mr. Indigo I know. He's usually so nice.
It's time to press for more details. He's sure to slip up somewhere. There has to have been a piece of evidence or a profile waiting to disprove what he's saying.
That's the first one. That's the only one we haven't pressed. Is that one?
Might as well press it. What were you doing?
Working the shipments and fulfilling orders. We send out crates of milk and milk bars all across the kingdom every day, you know.
Milk bars?
Naturally, everyone loves a good drink, you know. And our milk is renowned as the best there is. I hear some others water theirs down. Despicable.
I see. I think you said earlier that your job is to work on the structures and equipment, though?
Indeed. Talon and the girl would usually be the ones overseeing milk orders. However, since the royal visitation was happening that day, I felt they needed their minds unoccupied, so I took it upon myself to do it this time.
The grill
After the
on
murder, I got scared that the Sheikah Force investigation would delay the shipment, and that I, the great Ingo, would get the blame. Thankfully, it all went through fine.
Well, it did.
Yeah, and you were so concerned with sending it off quickly that you wrote the wrong delivery address on it.
Ah, you high aliens. Ridiculous. Getting tipsy from something like milk. Bet you couldn't handle a sip of Gerudo's noble pure soup. A real man's drink.
A real man's drink? Aren't most of the Gerudo women?
Speaking of drinks, I believe the witness was talking about how he'd got himself a glass of water. Yes, of course. Moving all that heavy stuff around works up a sweat, you see. I got very thirsty and...
Do we present the evidence as the?
He says he did not go back. He says he did not go back to the ranch at all. But what is he wearing? Was he wearing that to work?
I guess the only thing we have to present some evidence. The only evidence I can think of is like
go back to the next statement, the one you got from this one for pressing.
This one?
He didn't get any of his belongings. And then present. Well, look at his profile. What's he wearing?
he's dressed up for court.
He's usually in his work clothes.
What an odd thing to have to present. Witness, there's something surprisingly wrong with your testimony.
What? What are you talking about?
You said you couldn't get any of your belongings because they were all at the ranch house, correct? A ranch house you were not allowed to go in?
That's right.
Well, that would imply you should still be wearing your work clothes. Pardon me if I'm wrong, but those don't look like work clothes at all!
You know, he's tweaking! He's tweaking!
The defense has a point. The witness appears pretty well dressed for court. I can't imagine he would want to sully these clothes during work.
Well, what would you have to say to that?
Of course. I can explain. It's simple. These are brand new. Yeah. On my way to the courthouse, I went shopping for a nice new outfit. After all, I could show up to court dressed like a bum.
Good dancing. Yes, defense. Certain people have a monicum of respect for the court and show up dressed appropriately.
But not me in full body armor.
What's that supposed to mean? This is my finest Zora suit. So you claim you bought these clothes after the crime? Is that true?
Very much so. This morning, in fact. Why do I need to repeat myself?
No.
I don't trust your opinion. You buying these clothes today is simply impossible.
What?
Oh? How can you claim so? Defense, as you know, evidence is everything in court. Either prove the witness couldn't have bought the clothes today, or get out.
Hey, you might want to take a look at that picture you got earlier.
Hey, he's had these clothes for literal years. I would like to turn the court's attention to this.
What? This is one lovely pictograph. It reminds me of the idyllic days I spent in my grandson. What?
What about this pictograph, defense?
Well, just look at what Ingo is wearing. This pictograph is from Madeline's childhood, but Ingo is very clear wearing the same outfit he has on right now. He couldn't have bought it today!
Yeah!
Destroyed!
Order! I will have order! Why, the defense is absolutely correct. I hope your witness has a good explanation for this.
He's tweaking!
There!
Valid crash out?
I
Chat,
think we
is this
finally
a valid crash out?
There's no way he can weasel out of this time. Oh, unless someone weasels out for him.
Bah, isn't it obvious? Naturally, the witness knew he would need to wear his nice clothes for the royal visitation that was scheduled for that day. He brought them to the silo in advance so that he could quickly change just before the royal visitation's arrival.
Oh. Yes, of course. I needed to be presentable after all. Can't go look like a bum in front of the most important people in the kingdom.
Wait a minute, this is insane. What kind of kangaroo court is this? The prosecution keeps making excuses up on the spot. Ingo was clearly lying about buying the clothes before the trial. He's definitely trying to hide something. Your Honor, surely you wouldn't accept this blatant perjury.
Accept it, Judge. There can be no other explanation.
The prosecution's examination does seem plausible.
What?
However, the fact that the witness didn't simply say it himself, and instead of just making up a lie about buying the clothes, is indeed very suspicious.
Dead.
Defense? The prosecution has posed that there is no other possible explanation for this contradiction. What is your opinion on the matter? Can the defense think of an alternative version of events? You would need to solve the crime.
This is big. I really need to think this through.
Whoa.
You had to enter the Mind Palace.
Whoa.
What is going on? Ingo's acting really
Whoa.
suspicious right now. He's desperately trying to patch up holes in his testimony to conceal his real movements. Why would he keep doing that?
Ingo is
The murderer! If it's not Malin, Ingo is the only other person who could have done this. I have to assume he did if I want to think Malin is innocent. With that in mind, why would Ingo change out of his work clothes? What happened to make it necessary?
they got blood on them.
They were eaten by a cow, obviously. With Ingo killed Talon, his clothes must have gotten blood on them. He had to change to something else to hide his involvement. But then, wouldn't that Chica Force just find the clothes in the house? How could they have disappeared?
They were
Throw it into a fire!
Ooh. That's big time.
I'm loving the use
Take
of
it,
this cutscene being reused.
I was about to say, this is a really good use for this cutscene.
Behold, Ingo burned his clothes.
That's it! This explains everything!
Wow, what a great use of that.
What a great use of these assets. I believe I can offer an alternative explanation.
Nonsense. Judge, the defense has spent far too long sitting in silence just now. They clearly have nothing. Wait, that was happening in real time? I call for a quick ruling. I call for this game to be
Objection!
quickly done.
And not only can I explain it, but in fact, the defense formally accuses the witness of the murder!
No!
It's simple. The reason he had to swap his outfit and why he's been lying about the circumstances ever since is because it got stained with the victim's blood.
Preposterous! If there were any discarded body clothes nearby, the Sheikah Force would have found him, and we would be trying someone else for the murder right now.
Why? You are absolutely correct, prosecutor.
Good!
Naturally, Ingo couldn't have left his bloody clothes lying around, and so he used this to dispose of them. Milk!
No! No, he used the milk!
Your Honor, cast your mind to the princess's last testimony.
Princesses. The mysterious fire.
Objection! Surely your jest. You yourself made sure we all knew how meaningless her testimony was.
And yet, with this new context in mind, it gains a completely new meaning. An empty bottle of lamp oil found by a burnt-out fire? Ingo used this lamp oil to quickly burn away his stained work clothes.
Oh, he's crashing out. Valid crash out.
Well, how about it, witness? My scenario explains everything. You killed Talon and then tried to hide it.
This is... No, hold on. What drivel have you been spouting here? Me? Kill Talon? You already know that's impossible. This game's rated E for everyone.
It's about to raise the age rating of this game.
Too busy for fun.
Everything you said is wrong. I have no idea what you're on about. I have an alibi for the time of the crime. I just couldn't possibly have done it. There's no way I could have completed the milk shipments, killed Talon, and tried to hide my involvement. The fire was just made for a quick breakfast. There's no mystery there. Stop trying to pin us on poor innocent Ingo.
Innocent?
Innocent until proven guilty.
Now, I shouldn't have to remind you, Defense, but you yourself were surprised that Indigo was able to complete the shipment in time. Adding even more things for him to do in this time is preposterous.
That's right. The great Ingo is efficient at his job, but not that efficient.
No, it had to have been him. I'm sure of it. There must be some trick at play here. Some kind of shortcut. I must find it!
Only screwed up the shipment, didn't he?
Yeah.
Poor Incident Indigo. Nice.
Do I have to press them before I can present that?
Yeah, you should probably press him.
I'll be right back. I shouldn't be too long, but I gotta leave for 1 second.
Hold it!
I'll do your one until then.
Would it really have taken that long to murder someone and burn some clothes?
It would have been too long. Enough to definitely make this scheme infeasible. Wait, wrong voice.
Completing these shipments is a rather involved process. You have to milk the cows, clean the bottles, pour the milk into them, and then put them into crates and load them on a wagon. I love working with the cows, but that part takes the longest because you only get a little at a time. So, as Mr. Ringo said, the whole thing really does take a while. Father and I usually have to work together to get it all done in time for the courier's arrival.
Oh, Defense. Your own client knows that this is an unshakable truth.
Okay, so there's no way he could have completed the shipment and also do the killing. In that case, there has been some way for him to finish the work faster. I just have to find it. We'll press this one too, why not? So you had enough time for breakfast, but not enough time to kill someone?
Yes, of course. The breakfast was cooking well, I kept working, then I just quickly gobbled it up. There's no issue there. In fact, yes, I remember it even burned a bit because I wasn't completely paying attention to it. That's why I had to go get that glass of water too, you see? Had to wash it down after.
What a convenient little explanation. But for all I know, he actually did cook up a breakfast on the fire of burning soaked clothes. Ew.
Continue, witness. Why don't you want to hear about this? We don't want to hear about your culinary adventures.
But it's fine. You can read.
Of course, of course. My point is just what I've been telling you this whole time. Where's on this?
Was one of this?
Wait, no, not that one. Wait, oh.
Let's press you on that alibi. Could you explain what the alibi is again?
With pleasure. At the time of the crime, I was busy preparing the day's shipments of milk. That's hard work. I barely had enough time to get them done before the courier came to take them. You can read your lines again.
Oh, the shipments were inspected by the Sheik of Forks as they were leaving the ranch. And, as our resident detective has told us, they were found to be fully loaded with bottles of milk.
That's right. The Sheik of Force itself has vouched for me. There's no way I can be the culprit.
Oh,
You gotta present that bottle of milk.
disagree. There has to be.
You might want something. You might have to present that bottle of milk.
You gotta present that bottom of milk.
Do I do it on this statement or the previous statement?
The other statement.
This one?
That one. Yep. Because you only get so little at a time.
Ah, but did you though? Did you really complete those shipments properly?
Defense, I should have to remind you that the Sheik of Force checked the boxes thoroughly. And they were definitely full of milk bottles.
Oh, I'm sure of it. I'm sure it looked that way.
What are you getting at, Defense?
Here you go, Your Honor.
Huh? Milk? For me?
Are you trying to bribe the judge now? I don't think you'd stoop that low. The Crown will be informed of this.
Oh, it's nothing like that. All I'm asking is that the judge that His Honor try tasting the milk. Just one little sip.
This is highly unorthodox.
It will kill him. It's poisoned.
Ah, it's backwash. But to be honest, I could use a drink. All this talking does make one's throat dry, you know.
I am out of water in my cup.
You've probably talked the least out of everyone here, though.
I don't know. Link's done a lot of thinking.
Since the defense insists, I'll go ahead and take a sip.
Gross, man. Like 2 people drank from that.
Is this what passes for milk these days? This almost tastes like water. Water?
I have to agree, this is definitely not standard milk. As we've heard from the princess and the detectives, Longarm Ranch is renowned for its quality of its products. But there's no way people would say this about... But there's no way people would say that about milk this lousy.
Blah! Whatever. As if the unwashed masses would know the difference between the quality and garbage. What are you going on with this defense?
It's simple, you see. I received this bottle from Detective Impa, still unopened, during the first recess. As we know, there was no milk shipment today, so this must have come from the one of Ingo's shipments from yesterday. It's true that Ingo couldn't have murdered Talon and also completed the shipment on his own. Unless he cheated. Ingo watered down the milk to get the shipment done in time.
I'm squeaking again. Order! Order! Yes, I suppose that would work.
Indeed, all he had to do is milk fewer of the cows. To save enough time without ruining the taste too much, I guess he used about a 50-50 split of water and milk.
This is... No! No!
Oh, that gets a... This gets a... One sec. This gets a...
No way! I can't believe this!
Talon!
Let me stop you right there, bucko.
Hmm?
I will concede that something odd happened to that shipment. But all you have proven is that Indigo is a slacker.
How dare you!
Be quiet, you mongrel. Sure, Indigo watered down the milk. That doesn't make him a killer, though, does it?
Well, no. But now we do know that he definitely could have done it. We know that he did go to the crime scene. And we know that he did have the time and opportunity to kill Talon as well.
Yet there is a vital element missing still. Motive.
Huh?
Let's put it into simple terms, even so an idiot like you can understand. That this game is somehow still going.
Rebuttal? What the heck?
Here's the final stretch.
The murder weapon. You lack a murder weapon. If Indigo was a murderer, then it couldn't have been the saw.
Okay.
Do I have to press this? Okay.
Hold it!
And why is that?
It's simple. If the girl's story about working on the fence is true, then she'd be using the saw while her father was being murdered. It couldn't have been in 2 places at the same time.
Do I agree with this?
Yeah.
You kind of have to.
He's right. It can't be the murder weapon.
I believe we're in complete agreement on this point.
You do realize the problems that creates for you, right?
I'm sure it can't all be explained.
Ah, as if. Whoa, Kingdom Hearts. But very well. Then let's move on to nothing else could have been the murder weapon either.
You've beaten that argument.
Where would this supposed other murder weapon even come from?
Oppressed.
Hold it. Couldn't he have used any old thing?
Either answers the question defense or this discussion is over.
No need to overthink this. Anywhere Ingo could have gotten a weapon from will do. I wonder about the exact details later.
Where would this supposed? Oh,
Check your court record. What about the inventory?
Yeah, isn't the inventory?
Rakes, hose, buckets. There's a wood saw on there too.
6
There's
knives.
plenty of things you could use as a weapon here.
Yep.
So present that.
Yep.
Hold it! Your objection! Have you forgotten this murder happened on a ranch? There are plenty of sharp things on site.
Ho ho ho! That's simply impossible.
He's never been
Because
to a
I said
ranch in his
so.
life.
And you know why it's impossible? Because
That's you, SuperPapaJohn.
Oh, we checked all the sharp objects on the ranch and searched everyone. No fresh blood was found elsewhere. Or anywhere else.
Hold it! Couldn't Ingo have just...
isn't it?
Couldn't Ingo have just hidden it?
But the kingdom's best investigators are on this case. We found no signs of anything buried on the premises. Even if Indigo skipped part of his work, he still would have had time to hide anything far from the ranch. And maybe an idiot, but do you really think he would have risked the weapon being found?
Now listen here.
Silence! A bloody cloth! Saying it's the bloody cloth!
I guess there's a good point. I just have to rethink this. Couldn't Ingo simply have...
Wiped it off? Disposed of it?
Well, chat's telling me wiped it off. Couldn't Ingo have just wiped it off?
Oh wait, Chat wasn't here for the bloody cloth. That was in Malin's hand. He couldn't have had it.
Blood leaves traces. That's not easy to get rid of. People like us aren't so sensitive, but others, like the Zoras, can easily tell by the smell, apparently. Naturally, the Sheikah Force employs them people just for this task. Also, Lon Ranch focus on selling horses and milk. The animals aren't regular butchery. So there's no good reason why there are tools that have fresh blood on them. As such such impalement would have stood out like a sore thumb.
Well, I guess there's a good point. I have to rethink this. Couldn't Ingo simply have...
Disposed of it?
Couldn't Ingo simply have just disposed of it in some way? Don't feel bad, Chad. I guess I forgot you weren't there for that moment.
That's possible, you see. We're past the part.
No items from the ranch's inventory were missing, and that list is indisputable.
Hold it! How can you be so sure the inventory is accurate?
Blah, use your head, idiot. There was a royal visitation scheduled for that day, stupid. The ranch owner needed everything in order. He would have even triple checked the list when he wrote it. Dummy.
I suppose he would have, but... Don't you need to present that again? Because he didn't write it.
Yeah, present it again.
Hold it! The inventory list itself is false!
Oh? Fascinating. Didn't see that one coming, honestly. What makes you think that's happening?
That would be...
Something about the inventory itself.
It's simple! You only need to briefly look at the inventory to see it can't be trusted!
Oh ho, that is you. Oh ho. You can't just go around making such general statements, defense. Point out exactly where the evidence in the inventory makes it suspect.
You said it yourself. Who wrote it?
Take that! Just look here. The one who completed the list was Ingo himself! He could have easily falsified the counts as part of his plan.
Dead. That doesn't matter. Nothing could have left the ranch.
Nothing did leave the ranch, though.
Wouldn't Ingo have been able to just throw the item over the fence?
But obviously, we're searching the perimeter of the ranch as well. Nothing was found anywhere.
This is the most important point. Has nothing really been able to leave?
Something did leave the ranch.
Take that! Are you really sure nothing left the ranch? What about a few little shipments of milk?
Preposterous. Have you forgotten that the said shipments have been checked by the Sheikah force before they were allowed to leave?
That's true, but there was a place the Sheikah could have overlooked.
What in Din's name are you babbling about? We're talking about the bog standard crates here, boy. Not exactly vast dungeons full of nooks and crannies to stuff things into, are they? Where could they have missed a murder weapon?
It's simple. They overlooked.
Contents of the bottles. Because they probably were just saying that it was milk.
There was one place inside the crates that the Sheikah couldn't have checked thoroughly without ruining the shipments.
The shipment.
Without ruining the shipments, dead.
That's right. Ingo put the murder weapon inside one of the bottles to conceal it from the search.
That does seem possible.
Now just wait a moment.
Argument 5 disproven.
A weapon in a milk bottle wouldn't have just gotten unnoticed. Someone would have reported it.
Pretty sure I can just present that, right?
Yep.
Objection! You would be correct that the weapon showing up in someone's milkshake would have caused kind of stir. If the milk ever actually made it to any milk bar, that is.
Gulp?
You see, I overheard a very interesting tale during the recess. Word was sent from the ranch not long ago that one of the shipments was returned unopened due to being misaddressed.
No!
Indeed. If you recall, Ingo was the one who handled all of that. Now, that's strange. The ranch supplies the same milk bars every day. Even if he had messed up the street address a little, the carrier would have known where the shipment was meant to go. How could he have
Bungled it.
bungled it that badly? It's almost as if
game.
he didn't want anyone receiving a bottle of milk with a murder weapon in it.
Dead.
I bet Ingo expected this box to stay in shipping lingo a while longer. How unfortunate for him that the postal service was on its game today.
Yes, our heroes, the Postal Service.
Maybe it's because their order is about to start to smell. Who knew the postal service was the true heroes?
These boxes of milk more closely. Soldiers, have these boxes retrieved from the ranch immediately.
The lights are back on. Argument complete. What are you talking about? Mega Man sound effects?
Yeah, I don't know why Mega Man came out there. But you know it did.
This is slander. Why would I kill Talon? Sure, he's a bit of a layabout, but he did give me the job. Why would I want him dead?
The motive? That's simple. Why, I'm surprised you've even asking about it.
Gulp.
The evidence really easily explains her motive.
Well, I mean,
It's gotta be this, right? The very inheritance document you brought to the court's attention states the following. In case of the testator's death, his daughter, Malin of Long Owned Ranch, will inherit the ranch, unless she is unable to oversee it, in which case it shall be divided between the crown and the remaining employees.
oh. What?
You not only killed Talon, but decided to frame Malin for the crime as well, so you would be the one to inherit part of the ranch. That's why you volunteered to work in the silo all day. He gave you an alibi so that Malin would be the only possible culprit. Of course you knew about the royal visitation in advance. You knew Malin would go back to the ranch house to prepare before they arrived. A perfect setup for the royals to find her next to the body.
No! What are you talking about? Talon sent the ranch over to me? Preposterous!
Did he really not know? I guess it was Dragmir who pursued the actual document, not him. Produced the actual document, not him.
Procured, but whatever. Your Honor! What is it, soldier? The box you requested is here. Already? That was quite fast. Apparently, the team at the ranch had already noticed something awry with it on their own. The box arrived just as we were about to rush to the courier to deliver out our message.
Well, let's see for ourselves then, shall we? The part of the shipment that proves my case is...
You think really hard about this one.
This is really tough. This game
It's the most
design,
difficult
guys.
puzzle. It all hinges on this.
Wow.
It's gotta...
I think you gotta...
Do you think it's the bottom one? Right?
Chat.
Chad, are we cooked? Which
we
one
cooked?
could it be?
Are we colorblind,
Alright, just-
chat? Take that! Here it is! From the bottle with a slight red tint into the milk. Looks like some kind of serrated knife. That explains the irregular wounds pretty nicely.
How could have these Sheikah idiots have missed this?
I'm sure the milk was pure white when they first checked it. It took a while for the blood to dissolve in it. Either way, no matter how you slice it, that proves my theory right.
Oh, I've had it. Fine. You want to know why? You want to know why I really killed that scumbag?
No! What are you... So you admit it?
Yes, I admit it. What would you do if one day, after years of backbreaking labor, despite putting all your effort into the ranch, you were thrown away like rubbish without any reason, fired, farewell, we don't need you anymore.
But that doesn't make any sense.
Don't lie, I heard it all. I was just returning back from another day of spine-wrenching work, and lo and behold, what's this? Malin and Talon are talking behind my back. I heard it all. We'll let him go after the visitation. We can handle things without him. And so, after volunteering to work on that ship, I quietly slipped out while that girl was busy and shanked the good-for-nothing slacker. You should have seen his face. He didn't expect it at all. So, yes, Malin, I killed that lazy bum you called a father.
Wow, that's
And
pretend.
he deserved it.
Boom. Shakalaka.
Valid crash out?
Chat, is this a valid crash out? Where are my milk fans at?
He tainted the
The
milk.
true milkers.
Order! The witness will cease his boasting over such a terrible deed. I think we've had enough. Soldiers, take him away.
Just wait a moment. Ingo.
Yes, girl? Want to apologize for what you've done?
Apologize, me? You're horrible. We weren't planning on to fire you at all. You completely misunderstood what we were saying.
What?
Oh,
Flashback.
black and white.
We've had so much work recently. Well, you know
Well,
how
you
it
know-
goes with the royal visits. Always a busy time. Gotta make sure everything's in tip-top shape. I do worry something about old Ingo, though. He's been complaining about his back recently. He do wish he'd take a step back and relax sometime. Maybe we should convince him to take a vacation. Now there's an idea. It'll do him some good to just get out there once in a while. I'll discuss it with him after the visitation. After things calm down, we can handle everything without him.
Was this a valid crash out?
The most valid crash out. That's you were planning what? A vacation for me? And I did. No, it can't be so. Please say it isn't so. Hey, you get your wish, Louis. They're gonna bite him.
The cock crows.
Valid crash out. Or unvalid crash out?
No, I think this is valid.
Oh, big Kuko.
Sounded like the sound effect you would see at like the end of a Rugrats episode.
We have witnessed today's, and the results are a truly horrifying misunderstanding. But misunderstanding or not, what you've done is unforgivable.
You now will die.
Talon was a kind man, beloved by all those who had the good fortune to cross his path. You know, it's weird that that message got through the overlay, but it didn't get through the YouTube chat. That's weird. His loss will be felt all over his ranch.
In the proper turn, even though I'm pretty sure Kukos are female and not. What is the male Kuko called? Chat, figured this out.
His loss will be felt not only at his ranch, but all across Hyrule.
The killer turned out to be an utterly pathetic man with the delusions of grandeur. I mean, look at him. An utter idiot dressed like a clown.
Jeez, he's really laying into him.
It's one thing
I bet he's just upset because he's lost.
He loves the law and being
The prosecution's rant aside, I think it's time to declare today's verdict. This is just a formality, but will the defendant please step up to the stand? Young miss, I'm very sorry for the situation you have found yourself in. I'm very glad you appear to have such a good attorney as a friend.
I wouldn't have chosen anyone else.
Aw, thanks.
He's aura farming. Now then, without further ado, in the name of the goddess Hylia and the sacred land of Hyrule, I hereby find Malin of Lon Lon Ranch
Guilty. Oh.
not. Yay!
Yay! I did my job.
Court is adjourned.
Cool.
March 17th, 12:32 p.m. Hyrule Grand Court. Defendant Lobby Number 3. We did it!
I suppose so. My dad's still dead.
I guess Indigo's outburst kind of soured the mood, huh?
That and your dad being dead.
I don't think I could ever forgive Mr. Indigo for what he's done.
That's fair enough, honestly. Really, though, you shouldn't think about that for now. You're free! It's time to celebrate!
I guess you're right.
Excellent work.
Whoa.
I knew you'd pull through.
Oh, thanks. I couldn't have done it without you, really, so thank you.
Now, that's not quite right. If you want to thank someone, I'm not the one who deserves it the most.
Huh? Your Highness! I thought you were going back to Hyrule Castle. What strings did Impa have to pull to get her here?
I was, but I realized I should apologize for what I did personally.
It's an honor.
There is no need to bow, not after what I've done. Really,
She doesn't got my vote.
If not for my status, I would probably be carted off with prison alongside that angry little
Pretty serious surgery is pretty serious, so that's probably not entirely wrong.
As usual, you don't give yourself enough credit, Your Highness. How can you say that, Detective? I almost condemned an innocent person to prison. Yes, but there are some things you should think twice about doing in the future. But it's all thanks to that young lady over here, it's all thanks to you that this young lady finally went free. Huh? Come on, attorney. Show Her Highness what I'm talking about.
It's all
My
about
badge.
the oil. Take that!
The bottle?
Bottle.
Well, it's true. Without this and without knowing about the fire, we wouldn't have had any proof to substantiate our claims. Oh, really? You're obviously false testimony. Yeah. Impa just stepped on my foot.
No, she didn't. She's too far away.
There we are.
How big are his feet?
In any case, I'm sure Miss Malin isn't too upset.
I'm pretty pissed.
Hut! We have orders to escort the princess back to the castle immediately. Ah, just in time. Farewell, Your Highness.
We did it. Ocarina of Crime.
And so they left.
Now then, listen to me. I know that I am perhaps being a bit too lenient on the princess, but tough times are ahead. The princess will need all the confidence she can get to lead this kingdom through them.
She needs to learn to take responsibility for her actions too, though.
And she will. Her Highness is in for a rather unpleasant afternoon today, I imagine. The urgency at which she has just been escorted out of here isn't coincidental.
What is the king going to scold her?
At the very least. Now then, my duties call, unfortunately, so I must be off. Again, you did well today, both of you. I trust that you'll be able to rely on you in the future court proceedings as well.
I'll try my best.
That's all I ask. That unpleasant prosecutor seems to be making his way over here, so I'll be excusing myself post-haste. Farewell.
No.
You.
Hello, nice day having, isn't it?
Tell me, now, where did that blasted detective go? To have my reputation tarnished this way by some novice attorney from the boonies?
Dramatic much? He looks about ready to burst from anger.
He's such a sore loser. You lost. Deal with it.
Yeah, we got the right verdict. Doesn't that make you even a little bit glad?
Yeah, I suppose there is some worth in that.
What?
What transpired is most unfortunate. I can only offer my condolences. Just remember that it was the meddling of that idiotic princess and the stupidity that blasted detective what led you to your arrest. So if you have any grievances, take it up with them.
I suppose there's still some truth to what he's saying.
Speaking of the detective, it appears that she fled from me like a cuckoo on fire. Mark my words, she will regret what she has done for generations. All caps.
Dude's a hater.
Sonic Generations.
Well, that was something. Not Sonic Generations, though. I don't know if he was being sincere or just wanted to shift the blame onto someone else.
He's green with envy.
I wouldn't say he's entirely blameless. Never mind that. Do you think you'll be alright running the ranch by yourself? Of course I'll come visit, but I have my own attorney duties too.
I'll get in touch with the castle, see if they can spare some men to work at the ranch. We're only missing 2 people. Silly as my father may have seemed, he really did prepare me to take over the ranch one day, and he taught me well. And I'll make sure that the animals are well cared for, just as I always have.
That's the spirit. I believe in you.
I really want to thank you for bringing the truth to light. if it wasn't for you, I don't even think I don't even want to think what could have happened.
Don't mention it. I'm just glad everything worked out in the end.
Well, isn't Link getting paid? Wait, he
And
makes
so-
money from this, right?
Government money. It's not good. And
And
so
so-
ended a very personal case for me. It felt like a weight has been lifted off my back. Malin continued working at the ranch and hoped to make it prosper even beyond what her father was able to accomplish. I don't really think much about it, but the days following were some of the happiest I've lived for a long time. Little did I know what a terrible tragedy would soon shook the entire kingdom, and I'd find myself smack dab in the middle of it. But that's a legend for another day.
Of Zelda.
Hero of love!
How long is the other content? Is it long?
I have no idea. It's shorter than this.
But like, this was 3
My-
hours.
Guess it would be like an hour and a half. We might hold off on it for another day.
We can at least show some of the other extras.
Yeah, we should at least be able to show that.
Extra one at the very least.
No, it's kind of interesting seeing NPCs walk around the world of Hyrule because it was never meant for that.
Look at those horses.
Look at all those chickens.
Oh, look, a royal guard. He's in a different outfit than the other guards because he's classy.
Zelda X Hero Luigi. I mean, I don't know how I read that as Zelda. My brain is fried. I can tell you that.
Too much reading, I guess.
I mean, I'm honestly not feeling very well, but you know, I'm here for double boost contractual obligations.
What is
Well, now
that?
Andrew's in court.
I don't remember that being a character.
I don't know what that is.
Isn't that the
Original character, do not steal.
look like the Yeti thing?
Oh, the ones from Twilight Princess?
Not those. It looked like it was just wearing like it had like antlers and it was wearing a.
Kind of looks like something from like Phantom Hourglass or something.
I think that might be it.
Shout out to Roadrunner W.
Oh, he's thrown in jail. He's gonna rot there for the rest of his.
Who's he in
Dang.
jail with? Just some guy?
Some guy.
To think if he did murder someone, he would be on vacation.
Well, we
He's
could
on a
call
really
this a
long
vacation.
vacation.
Yeah, we could call that a vacation. Oh,
Ganondorf can call it a vacation. Oh, hey, here he is.
when you get mad, you just start playing tunes, man. Meatball 1 2 3. Shout out to that guy.
Ooh, tool programming. They programmed the tools, like the hacksaw and the knife. I don't know why they needed so many people to program those tools.
Maybe it was like the band.
Oh, she's getting scolded.
Oh, so
Oh,
dead.
She's
See,
dead.
that's why it was the tools to do that. This is effect. Oh,
Rated
TNT
using OG.
Maker.
I wonder what that is. I've never heard of that.
Well, it looks like you're gonna have to. Who the heck's this guy?
That's Jimbo Slim.
Oh, that Impa. Oh,
That's
I see.
Pokey Freak.
I guess she got a new house.
We're all pokey freaks, if you ask me.
Mr. Dot Hack.
Shout out to CDI fails.
Luigi Blood.
Oh
That's
no,
who-
they're at his grave.
Oh, so now I know whose grave that was.
Oh, shout out to Shigeru Miyamoto, friend of the show.
Is that
Friend
Link's
of the
casual
long
outfit?
bag.
Or is he still wearing the Zora outfit?
He's still wearing a Zora suit.
I don't know, the lighting could have made it look like that.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
me?
special thanks for you,
Wait,
Shigeru Miyamoto.
no way, me? Wait, are you kidding me?
Oh man, I'm getting all choked up.
Man. Oh. Sorry.
He isn't sorry for that.
I'm very sorry.
Does it just... Oh, okay.
It'll boost the title.
Oh. Doesn't
It's
Ocarina
not
of
like
Time...
Flash.
Scene
Just
select
like
is now unlocked. Extra 1 is
Extra
now
one.
unlocked.
No, not. All right.
Give
You
me
do extra one.
second. I need to
Wait, no, you don't need to do.
The backup RAMs. This saves automatically when you click the button on that one specifically. So on the
Okay,
N64 one. So you go to extras. Yeah.
At the very bottom.
This
Extra one. Meanwhile, somewhere else.
What's happening somewhere else?
Did you know that this was made by the people who did that ROM hack of Super Mario Brothers Wii?
Oh, really?
Super Talon game.
What?
Oh, wow, you suck.
It does not control the best. I can tell you that much.
Chat, does he suck? Chat, is he okay?
Oh. This is really dying to the first Goomba level energy.
Oh, this song sucks.
I want some speed to make that. Hold the speed button.
Oh, yeah. Now he's got it. Now he's locked in.
Now he's platforming. What's a platform game without platform?
I like how his lives is -1 because he's dead.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
You can wall jump. Eat your heart out, Mario 64.
No!
Oh, he died.
Chat, are we cooked?
Oh, he's cooked.
How long is this?
Not very. He was about halfway through it. Or maybe even
Played Crash
I will
Out?
say this controller does not have the best D-pad in the world.
Can you use the joystick?
No.
It
I can.
use the deep, but I just gotta say is make.
Whoa!
Save himself.
Making moves.
Does he got mad skills?
And we'll get wild.
He's getting wild. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Someone stop him. He's a madman.
Oh, Rocket's cracked, actually.
Oh, no, you can't slide.
No
I thought the
sliding.
same
Ah.
I'm
Versus-
sliding!
Wait, I can do a ground pound? What?
Why?
Yep.
What is this momentum?
Looks like Rocket forgot to play the game, though.
You have to hold. You have to hold the run button, and like it drops it immediately if you drop it.
Oh, that's like how Sonic Forces controls.
No! He just
Why did
he
you do
just
this?
ground pound.
Why did he do
That's
this?
why you shouldn't use the control stick, by the way. Okay, you got this. No more messing around. You've only got 150 schmeckins to make it to the goal. Stop showing off. There's like an explosion when you do a ground pound.
Ooh, nice. Oof.
Nice use of the ground pound.
You
there.
can honestly
Let-
tell that the ground pounds are not intentional.
Wow. What do
Not
you
a
get
great-
if you beat this?
It tells you about the secret.
Oh.
Other trial.
Gosh
Well-
dang it.
This
Am I
is
that
worse.
cooked?
This is a problem.
We can't leave until you beat this game.
I mean, I'll just leave. They can't stop me. My Double Boost contract said I can legally leave after 8:30.
Yeah, that's true. It's written right there in the court record. I put it there.
Yeah, let me present to evidence the 8:30 rule.
Sorry, that's specific time, not mountain time.
Well,
Well, it is a.
it's not very.
You're just-
It's
Are
it's
you
not very.
crying?
It's not very Pacific in the.
It's a lot harder than it looks, guys.
I'll be honest. I played through this whole thing, and it took me forever to realize there was a run button.
It tells you there's
But
a
you-
run button.
I didn't see it.
Is that valid?
Like I kept getting to this part right here, and I could not make the jump onto the higher ledge over there because I couldn't run. But I did find out about that before this part. Okay, so just be careful not to die. Stop using ground pounds.
Ground pounds are overpowered.
Besides when you ground pound to your death, but you know.
That's when they're extra overpowered. There it is.
Is that it?
That's it.
Course
Course
cleared! Well, I really needed one of these. Those, thanks. In return, I'll tell you about a secret I've heard, supposedly. There's a game with a giant egg in which you can become a criminal. And a pair of games with climate change and time travel. They say that extras can be unlocked by connecting them in the title screen using a certain accessory.
Wow.
Now, I don't know what that means, but I'm sure you can figure it out. See ya!
Well, when we do the follow-up, we will connect those games.
Join us next time for Turnabout Thief.
Oh, that was the wrong button.
Dang.
Oh, well, play us off, Paul. He's just gonna play the credits again.
Oh, I have the Rumble pack, not that.
Well, the third one's already there because I think you only have to insert it once. So,
Yeah.
but anyway,
Yeah, we'll mess around with it next time, I guess.
yeah.
Well,
We'll
play
probably
us
do it
off.
next Saturday. We could probably do it on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anything so we don't continue Gauntlet Dark Legacy.
Anything but Gauntlet Dark Legacy.
I thought we were doing more Fortune Street. Or should I say Misfortune Street?
It's true. It is Fortune Street Day.
No, true.
We can do it Thursday. I don't know.
Well,
Anyway.
We'll figure it out.
we'll be back at an undisclosed date. Figure it out.
We'll see you on Tuesday when we continue Fortune Street.
Okay.
So, someone's gonna play us off.
Hope so.